Red Devil football is live for the 2018 season on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Catch every regular season and postseason contest right here at your home for Red Devil sports. With the opening kickoff quickly approaching, let's head to the booth for pregame coverage. Welcome to pregame coverage here at Cape Fackrell Stadium, October 5th, homecoming night. Evanston taking on Green River, 4-1 versus 1-4 in a crucial conference matchup. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight, and we will lead you up to it with a great pregame show on KNYN 99.1 with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Next up, we look ahead a little bit closer in tonight's matchup. In this segment of the pregame show, we'll set the scene for the game. This is Red Devil pregame coverage on KNYN 99.1 with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Jake Hibbard joining you on a crisp October homecoming night here at Cape Fackrell Stadium, where the Evanston Red Devils play host in a crucial conference matchup against Green River. It's a little cold outside. It's been raining all week. Clear skies except for some clouds up in the air. Don't look any danger, like we have any danger of precipitation, but it is spongy on the field. I was walking back and forth on it pregame. The grass is barely connected. It is loose underneath, and our boys in Green Rivers are going to have to watch their knees tonight, and there's going to be slipping and sliding guaranteed. This field will not look this good at the end of this contest. The biggest question mark, though, coming into tonight is how exactly will junior David Baxter perform under center as he makes his first career start as a quarterback. Seth Lloyd is done for the season after 3 years as a starter after tearing his rotator cuff and labrum last Friday late in the first half as Evanston was driving down the field and threatening to tie up Cody. Tyus Cornea, well, we all know about him. He's the second leading rusher in all of 3A behind only Jaden Cox of Jackson. But that's been helped largely throughout this season by a pass game that's forced opponents' defenses to stay honest. Green River is just 1-4 on the season, but is coming out of probably their best week yet, albeit in a loss. They lost 33-21 to Jackson a week ago. Their conference season comes and goes. This conference season comes and goes so fast that you barely even realize which games are most crucial, but there's no question that tonight is one of them. A win for Evanston tonight would give them 2 wins over the bottom 2 teams in the 3A West. 6 teams, got to beat 2 of them. That pretty much puts them in. The top 4 out of 6 each conference make the playoffs, and that would put them in good shape for a playoff berth. A loss to Green River means Evanston drops to 1-2 and into a tie for 4th place with the Wolves just 2 games to go. Evanston travels to Jackson next week to take on the undefeated Bronx and finishes the season the following week right here in Star Valley. The loss of someone as important as a senior quarterback will no doubt change how the Red Devil team plays, but a season that contains so much promise, it seems almost believable that it could all hinge on this homecoming matchup. Win and stay in the hunt, move on to next week with some momentum building, lose and perhaps fall into a hole like what was last year after a loss to Worland. The key matchup tonight is the same as it's been in so many other Evanston contests, the run game versus the run defense. Both find each other on opposite ends of the spectrum. The Devils' rush ranks second in the class. Green River's defense is second to the bottom in stopping the ground and pound. Expect a loaded box early as the first-year transfer from Graybull, Marty Rage, head coach for Green River, will likely look to force Evanston's David Baxter to prove that he has the arm and moxie to find yardage throughout the air. Elsewhere around the state, it's rivalry week. Let's take a look at some other games happening in 3A. Riverton is at number 1 Torrington, kicking off at 7 p.m. Star Valley and Jackson, a rivalry game. That's already kicked off. No update on any score for that. That's number 2 versus number 3. Number 4, Cody, is at Powell, kicking off at 7 p.m., and Warland is at Douglas at 7. The final contest around the state also kicked off just a few minutes ago. No update on this. Rollins is at Lander. The visiting team has won the last 3 of those games, so let's see if Rollins can continue the trend up in Fremont County tonight. This is Red Devil pregame coverage on a First Bank presentation. It's homecoming night, and the Devils kick off against Green River in about 35 minutes from now. We'll be back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, Trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazine's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your projects, you can sit down on the comfortable patio furniture and barbecue on your new Weber or Traeger grill that you could also find at Kazine's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Kazine's Ace Hardware on Front Street in Evanston.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Welcome back to K-Fackrell Stadium on homecoming night as we get closer to tonight's kickoff. Coming up next, we will catch up with David Baxter, a junior on the Evanston Red Devils team who is taking over for Seth Lloyd as the starting quarterback. Lloyd is done for the year after an injury last week, and so next man up, David Baxter, is tasked with the duty of going under center for the Devils tonight. We'll talk to him about that and more on KNYN 99.1 with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Joined by David Baxter, and all of a sudden the starting quarterback for the Evanston Red Devils, coming in late in the second quarter against Cody last week. Prior to that, how many snaps had you really seen this year at quarterback, considering the limited JV games?
Not very many. I had a few at the end of a couple of games. We were blowing them out, but not really any meaningful reps at quarterback, varsity level at least.
You had a little bit of hang-ups in practice so far this week. Rain was obviously a factor earlier in the week, but you were able to get outside after it kind of subsided. What would you like to do to get a little more comfortable as you get ready for that first start?
I think just getting reps in, meshing with my guys, making sure that I get used to, the different receivers and the different backs that I have to deal with. I think for the most part we mesh pretty well. I've been taking reps in practice all year, so it's not really anything super new. But
at safety, you probably expected to see quite a bit of time this year anyways, but then when Reed Gross has to have shoulder surgery, that means that you are taking just about all the reps at safety, and then another shoulder issue puts you in as a two-way player. Have the coaches told you maybe you'll be seeing a little less time on defense, or are you going to be going two-way a lot?
Yeah, I think I'll be playing the majority of the time offense. I think they're going to sub Casey Perriman in a little bit at safety. And he's a good player. I think he'll play well at safety for the most part, so I think they'll probably play him a lot.
What were your emotions like as you came in? Were you trying to get used to it, maybe being a little too excited and calm down in that game?
I thought I was pretty calm. Kind of got going. Then when you make a couple of mistakes, it kind of starts building, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking as it kept going. But I think I'm definitely more mentally prepared for this upcoming game. So.
I'm sure you knew all the plays coming in. I'm sure you'd been taking a lot of reps, but it's probably a little different when you are that first quarterback and the sort of reps that you get in practice. What is the difference?
It's just a game. Games are just so much different than practice. Practice is just, you're around guys that you've been around all year, and you're around the coaches, and there's no really any pressure situations, and just the game is a lot of pressure, and got to go out and win. So.
Seth Lloyd had to come in as a sophomore after a quarterback ahead of him got injured. Have you talked to him at all about that?
Yeah, he talks. We talk all the time. We're pretty good friends, and he's really supportive, and I believe he has confidence in me as the quarterback. So it helps that he understands that situation and knows what to say to help calm me down and stuff. So.
Cody was a solid team, and in the second half they kind of went off on you offensively. As a team, what did you feel like you guys needed to get done a little bit better as you get ready for Green River?
That we kind of got away with a lot of mistakes all year, just being a talented team, and against teams like Cody and Jackson and good teams, that's not going to work because they're good teams as well, and they're talented as well. So we need to be able to execute and win those 11 one-on-one matchups, on a consistent basis if we want to win against good teams like that. So
the prior week, Cody had lost a game, and talking to their players and coaches, they felt like they really were coming in against you more focused because of that loss. Have you felt anything similar with you guys coming off of a loss, getting ready for Green River?
Yeah, I think we're a lot more focused. I kind of think about the basketball team last year, kind of just that loss against Kelly Walsh that kind of just, woke everyone up. I think that was important that we got a little bit of a wake-up call, and I think we're more prepared for Green River because of that, for sure.
You're kind of in the midst of this week as you get ready for Green River, so maybe it's a little bit hard to see, but you mentioned last year's loss to Kelly Walsh and how it changed some things with your team. What did change? What did you notice different in practice or in film study or the way they were approaching a game or moments in game?
Well, like that basketball team, we have a lot of talent, and I think it's easy to get I don't want to say complacent, but just not maybe pushing themselves to the to the place they need to be, and I think that loss kind of just losing just kind of wakes up a different part of you, and it helps to get a little bit of humility going into a big game like this. So.
You're not dressed up for the Wednesday of homecoming. Are you too focused on football?
No, I guess, yeah. I just couldn't find any Hawaiian stuff in my closet, so I just had to rock a T-shirt and shorts.
You weren't about to go out and buy one?
No.
All right, David Baxter, good luck this week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to David Baxter, and good luck tonight. Next up, we'll visit with the coaches of tonight's teams on the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show. You're listening to Red Devil Pregame coverage on KNYN 99.1 with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
No one sees the game quite the same way the coaches do, so when we come back, we'll visit with opposing coach Marty Rage. And after that, we'll talk to Red Devil head coach Pat Fackrell to get his thoughts on tonight's game. You're listening to Red Devil pregame coverage on KNYN 99.1 with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
Joined by Green River head coach Marty Rage after switching over to Gray Bowl. It's been a little bit of a rough start to this season. Last week, taking on Jackson, ultimately in a loss. Did you see your team starting to form itself, though, a little bit to the point where you want to get them?
Well, I think it was much better. I thought we played more physical and played better in the front lines. So we've seen improvement through the weeks, but it's also just been a pretty tough schedule up to this point, but we've still seen improvement.
Obviously, once you get into the conference season, it's almost you barely get into it and you realize it's already over. This is a very crucial game for both these teams on the field tonight. You're sitting at 0-2, Evanston at 1-1. However this game goes is going to determine some seeding most likely. You got some guys back from a little bit of injury. How is your health of your team doing?
Well, and having to play some younger players the last couple of weeks, you always hope it gives you a little more depth. But it's just staying healthy. But everybody runs into those this time of year, too, as people get banged up as we go along. And you just hope your depth and your kids mature as the year goes along.
I've talked to a couple other coaches that are in their first year this year. You're obviously not a first-year coach, but first year into a new system, or first year bringing your system to a new school. What is that transition like when you go from a place like Gray Bowl to Green River, whether it's classification switch or just personnel, whatever?
Right, it is a lot. I mean, you go down to it's how you respond to certain things. You know, as a new coach, you do that with assistants and players. You don't know how they're going to react to you losing or how they react to losing. Everything's a first time in that first year. It's a lot of experience of getting to know each other, and we feel like the team's starting to get the system in and starting to put things together and starting to play a little bit better.
I'm sure as a team you've looked a lot at the Evanston running game with Tyus Cornea averaging over 200 a game, your defense giving up over 200 a game. Where would you and where have you focused on this week to trying to tighten up what needs to improve on your team to be successful tonight in that run defense?
Well, just continuing to work on gap responsibility, and the defense we play is something we have to improve, and moving people around and just trying to improve ourselves more than that. 3A schedule, it seems like there's a good back every week.
Well, for you guys on your side, like as I mentioned, you got some guys back healthy. One of them, Anthony Mitchell, a pretty important linebacker. Has he helped solidify that defense a little bit in the inside?
Well, he has, and probably as much for a leadership role part of things, too. He's that physical presence on the inside. He played outside. We play him on the inside this year. But, yeah, he's just that type of kid that's got experience to play in the important games and hopefully make a play when we need it.
Coach Rage, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was head coach Marty Rage for the Green River Wolves as we get closer to tonight's 7 o'clock kickoff. Stay tuned as we'll visit with head coach Pat Fackrell for the Red Devils in a moment.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll hear from Pat Fackrell of the Evanston Red Devils. This is pregame coverage on KNYN 99.1 FM and live online at mylocalradio.com.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Joined by Pat Fackrell. After a loss last week, we come into a homecoming week, and Cody was in a homecoming week as well. And when I talked to their coach pregame, they were coming off of a loss, and he said, I think it, in a lot of ways, helped us kind of forget about homecoming and really focus in. As you were going over tape for Cody, as you go in and get ready for practice and all of that, have you noticed a level of focus for your team coming back to work after a loss?
Well, I think just the fact that we don't want to have that feeling again of defeat, of loss. You know, we're still working through some things scheme-wise against Green River. You know, they're solid, and so, you know, we're just trying to kind of keep figuring out what we can be successful in, you know, Friday night. And so, you know, I think just, hopefully the refocus, you know, of coming off a loss. But it is homecoming, and there's a lot of things going on, and so we want our kids to enjoy those things, but also realize that, you know, we want to stay focused for Friday night.
I saw Seth and talked to him a little bit in the days after the game where he had to leave at half. What's the status for him going forward?
You know, we're still just working through his shoulder, and hopefully we can get him back as soon as possible.
With David Baxter stepping in, he didn't really have any time to plan, and that's a tough thing for a backup quarterback that, in his case, really has just been focusing mostly defensively and what he's had to worry about there. Now he steps in and has a full week of practice. I'm sure Green River is going to be thinking they can overstuff on the run and then force him to throw. So as you get ready for him, what process does Coach Barker, Coach Moore, all those guys have to get him ready?
You know, I think our coaches have done a good job all year of keeping him ready, because you're always one play away. You know, we've got some things that are in there to make things a little bit easier, quick reads for David, but David also throws a really nice ball, and he's a good quarterback, and we trust him.
We had another day where Tyus had some room to run. The problem was defensively, gave Charlie Boudry a bit of room to run too, and that was a talented athlete, and he really got after it. You know, Green River's going to try and spread it out. After that first week, and looking at that tape after that last week with Cody, what would you like to tighten up, or is that something you're not really going to necessarily see again until maybe you see Cody again down the road?
No, I think it always comes down to blocking and tackling, and last Friday really did. We didn't tackle Boudry very well. He did a nice job of hiding behind his blockers, and we didn't force, we didn't attack the blockers and make him make a quick decision. We kind of gave him alleys to run. When we did have somebody there, we tried to reach and grab instead of tackle. And then when we got guys latch on, we had too many guys trying to come in and strip the football instead of just make a tackle. And so those will be things that we focus on this week. And again, the game always comes down to kind of blocking and tackling. And in those two facets of the game last week, we weren't as good as we've been, and so we know that's our kids know that it's something we need to focus on.
There's been a large turnover for Green River, both offensively and defensively. Of course, there's a new coach in town too. Added all that, and then considering they were working through some pretty significant injuries in the first few weeks and got some of those guys back last week, what have you been able to see, and what do you expect out of Green River?
Well, I think the Evanston Green River game's always been kind of a snot bubbler, you know, hard-hitting, physical football game. That's what we expect. Knowing Coach Rage and the success he's had in his previous stops, he brings a lot of knowledge to the game, and you can see the things that they're trying to accomplish at Green River. And the last week they played a very physical, very good football team in Jackson, and really kind of played that right to the end. And so we know we're in for 4 quarters, and it should be a good one.
Coach Fackrell, thank you.
Thank you.
This has been the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show, and we are very close to tonight's kickoff. We'll be back with starting lineups and the opening kick next.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
If you haven't seen the huge selection of furniture and appliances at Kazin's, you've got to stop by. Is your mattress old and lumpy? We sell mattresses. Has your dishwasher quit doing its job? We carry a full line of kitchen appliances. Does your living room furniture look like it started out in your great Aunt Vi's house? We've got you covered. At Kazin's, you'll find great prices and everything you need to furnish your home inside and out. Stop in today. Kazin's, 800 Front Street, Evanston.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Welcome back to K. Fackrell Stadium. We are still just a little bit away from getting the video feed in as the RDAD or Red Devil News RDN crew that's running camera for us tonight is still getting everything set up, but we are about 6.5 minutes. Make that about 8.5 minutes away from the opening kick. Said we'd have some opening starters for you. I missed on the opening kick. I got Mark Medea right beside me. I don't know, did you catch who won the coin toss? Yeah, I missed that one. So that happened about 20 minutes ago, and the Hall of Fame was happening as that was going on. So we're not sure exactly where the starters are. Looks like we'll have a national anthem here shortly, so we may need to take a break for that and then come back with your starters. But we will see whether it's Evanston or Green River kicking off and who's got the north, who's got the south end zone. Let's take a break. Be back in 2 minutes with your starters and the opening kickoff on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District #1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular activities for students to choose from, quality facilities that are clean and comfortable, and a transportation department that always goes above and beyond are just some of the ways we work as a community to help students succeed. Uinta County School District #1, Pathway to Excellence. The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
And as we see the Evanston Red Devils charge out onto the field on homecoming night, they've got the navy blue jerseys, red pants, red helmets. First time ever that they've worn this combination. I got to say it looks pretty sharp. Evanston versus Green River, again, waiting to see who won the coin toss win of across the way to see if anyone else had seen it. They had not, so we all kind of missed it. But let's start with the Evanston offense if we can to say get through them, and then if not, then we'll go on to their defense. David Baxter takes over at quarterback for the first time this season in a start, and he'll have at receiver at his disposal Cody Smith, Rigdon Wagstaff, and Chris Perriman. Tyus Cornea, your running back with over 1,000 yards on the season. And, I didn't miss the coin toss. They are still waiting to do it. So the coin toss will happen right now. A little bit of delay in the referees as the players take center field. You cannot see that on the video stream right now. We had video for just a bit. Now it is gone and away. See if we can get it back in just a bit. Tyus Cornea, 1,059 yards on the season. Pablo Escalante, his fullback, with 27 carries and 200 yards and a pair of touchdowns himself. On the offensive line, Ethan Moyer and Bridger Barker are your tackles. Sean Knighton, Jesus Quintero, the guards. And at center, playing with an injured hand, but said there was no way he was staying out, cleared or otherwise, your senior, Brendan Thompson. And Chris Perriman also seeing some time at receiver. And Riley Griggs, the tight end. Move over to the Evanston defense. Still waiting on the coin toss and still waiting on the video feed as well to show up. It was up for just a bit, but gone and away. I'll go check on that in just a second if I can. Defensively, cornerbacks for the Evanston Red Devils, Cody Smith and Chris Perriman. Safety, Casey Perriman and Angel Rodriguez. Casey Perriman taking over for David Baxter, who I'm told is going to see mostly time on offense as the quarterback and just a little bit defensively. Got Caden Fry here for just a second. Maybe an update on video. Are we good on the video feed? Okay. Come see me at halftime if you get a chance. I told him I had to come and talk to him, but we're just run with what we got. Appreciate the RDN crew running camera for us, and Caden Fry, one of the guys running the TriCaster on the video switches, as we've got a new video system for the second game. Last week was the trial. I guess this is trial number 2. Starters, as we were saying, in the backfield. Now on to the linebackers. Riley Griggs and Rigdon Wagstaff, Tyus Cornea and Pablo Escalante at linebacker. Evanston will be defending the south end zone, it appears. And Green River will take the kick. No, they won the toss, deferred. So Evanston will receive the opening kick. They are defending the south end zone. Green River defending the north. So Evanston moving from right to left as we start this first quarter. Still waiting on that video feed. 2.5 minutes up. Still says welcome to K-Fackrell, home of the Red Devils. Still working some of the kinks out. On the defensive line, Brendan Thompson, Bridger Barker, and Jesus Quintero round out your defensive starters for the Red Devils. Since we now know Green River will be starting on defense, let's go right to them. And on the defensive line, Russell Farrell, 6'3", 225, and Jose Sanchez, 6'5", 330. A pair of seniors as interior linemen. On the ends, Eric Gwaltney and Kason Straw. Outside linebackers, James King and Kyle Ivey. On the inside, Peyton Tucker and Anthony Mitchell, a pair of guys who are back from injury this week, or from last week, and coming back again. Just one safety, Dallin Serrano, and he's your quarterback as well for Green River. Anthony Johnson and Michael Anderson, the cornerbacks. Take a 30-second break here and come back, see if we can get that video up and going. Well, just hold on tight here. I'm just going to go over and ask because we're about ready for kickoff. Almost set for kickoff, and kickoff specialist for Green River, Eric Gwaltney, wears number 55. Back to return for the Devils, Cody Smith and Angel Rodriguez. And there we got some video going. Here's the kick for Gwaltney. High and away. Back fielded at the 4-yard line by Cody Smith. Near side, goes over to the far. Evanston looking for a reverse at the 20-yard line. Splits through a pair of tacklers and brought down about the 22. Wait for the official mark. The Evanston Red Devils will take over. And once again, run you through the starters. David Baxter coming out for the first time this year at the start. He saw a half of playing time last week against Cody in a 46-26 loss. 0 for 4 on the season. Not great stats, so he's going to work on getting those up. He'll have Tyus Cornea behind him at tailback. 142 attempts, over 1,000 yards, and 15 touchdowns. I formation, and that I form fullback, Pablo Escalante, the lead blocker on a lot of those, as well as Riley Griggs on either side. Griggs set up in the tight end spot to the left of center. Left tackle, Ethan Moyer, Sean Knighton at the left guard, Brendan Thompson center, Jesus Quintero, and Bridger Barker rounding out that offensive line. Cody Smith, Rigdon Wagstaff, Chris Perriman, the linemen. 2 receiver set, 2 eye back, and 1 tight end. Pitch left. James King tries to bring Tyus Cornea down in the backfield, and Gwaltney, the guy getting hands on him. Check that. That was Peyton Tucker, middle linebacker coming back from injury recently. Just about no gain, and in fact a loss on the play. 2nd down and 13 back to the 20. So in fact Evanston did start at the 23-yard line on the drive. We see a stuffed box for Evanston going against this Green River defense as expected. I formation for a second time. Got 9 men. 8 men stuffed up into the box. Give it to Cornea up the middle. 25, 30-yard line. Still shy maybe a yard of the first down, but a good 12-yard run just right of center. Just a halfback dive right up the middle, and Cornea takes some good blocking and that big hole to go somewhere. 1 minute into this first quarter, and it is a first down. They do give him the full 13 yards needed. Ball marked at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Evanston. I formation. Baxter under center. Has yet to throw a pass. 8 men in the box again. Fullback handoff, right side. Pablo Escalante busts through a big hole up the right. He gets about 9 yards, brought down as he was pushing forward, claps his hands after some great blocking and high fives. Minute and a half gone by, and 2nd down and 1 9-yard carry officially for Escalante. Red Devils driving the ball well. 42-yard line is where they sit. 2nd down and 1. Stick it in the eye, and we'll probably see a lot of I formation if they can get away with it. Keep it simple. Right side handoff, cut back on the counter. Tyus Cornea probably got enough for the first down. He just got punched forward and ran right into Jose Sanchez at 330 pounds. Still got a little bit of forward momentum, and it's a first down. They move the chains. 43-yard line, the nose of the football just beyond. 11 yards on 3 carries, and a second first down for the Devils. On the season, Evanston's right at the top at first downs per game through the rush. They average 13.5 per game. No one else has more. Split left side, and the pitch to Cornea. Has some good lead blocking at the 40, 45 to the sideline, 50, cuts the corner, 45 again, then pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Flag comes in from the backfield. Have to wait on that call. It was Michael Anderson finally making the tackle on the near sideline for Green River. From the 43-yard line, they mark him out of bounds just beyond the 50. They say he stepped out and then cut back in to get those final 6 or 7 yards. So just a gain of about 10 on that play. If even that, about 8 yards is what they should have given him, but a first down carried and a face mask will add 15 on. So 1st down and 10 down to the 36-yard line. 9-yard carry and a fullback handoff, but the play whistle dead at the snap. Prior to the snap, likely an offensive penalty. It's a slippery field out there. And early on, the cuts are a little bit more methodical, a little slower. Waiting to see what happened here. I don't see the ball moving at all, just 1st and 10 on the 36. So I don't know, I guess just not ready. They just whistled it dead. So try it over on 1st down and 10. Baxter under center, 3 receivers to the right side, pitch right. Cornea gets a big block from Quintero, tries to spin around, but gets caught up by Peyton Tucker. Nice stay-at-home defense by the middle linebacker of Tucker, and it's 2nd down and about 10, maybe 9.5 yards on the basic no gain from Tyus Cornea. Riley Griggs and Escalante in for a couple of receivers for the Devils that head back to the sideline, and Angel Rodriguez and Rigdon Wagstaff. And you've seen twice now, as Evanston has yet to throw the ball, anytime they've loaded up on the receivers, it's just been a pitch to that side. Griggs, the tight end, set up left to center, and that's the way the handoff goes. A handoff to Cornea, and he gets just about nowhere. Jose Sanchez falls down on him as he comes down to the ground already, but Eric Gwaltney, the man making the point of attack tackle. Gain of 1 yard, 3rd down and 9. We'll see if the Red Devils try to air it out on this play. David Baxter has not thrown as of yet. He was 0 for 4 in about a half a play last week in the loss to Cody. Green River 0-2 on the conference season. Evanston 1-1. If Evanston can beat Green River today, they're basically in the playoffs with the 2 games remaining in the season. Cody Smith, up on the left side, roll out to the right. Baxter throws to Smith. Went from left to right, completed at the 20-yard line for a 1st down. Cody Smith ran pretty much just cross right through the entire part of the field. Ended up from the near sideline all the way to the far. Gain of about 15 depending on the spot. They mark it at the 20-yard line, a 15-yard gain. First completion for David Baxter. The coaches certainly were excited about David Baxter coming into the season and their future. Now, they expected Seth Lloyd to have 1 more year, but that's just not how it worked out. But suffice to say, they were very confident in their junior's arm. Handoff to Corney up the middle. He gets stuffed right up and thrown back. Peyton Tucker and Sanchez in on that tackle. Big middle of the interior line, 330-pound nose tackle. And Tyus ran into a few of those in the last couple of weeks going against Powell and now Green River. 7:45 left, 2nd down and 10. Make it 2nd down and 9 on the no gain, on the 1-yard gain. 22 yards on 7 carries for Cornea. For Cody Smith, that was catch number 12 of the season. Loaded up right side on the receivers. They go opposite with the handoff. Cornea working around some blocks, gets around Sean Knighton, and he is allowed to kind of push his way forward. Brought down at a mid-marker of the 15-yard line or thereabout. Sets up 2nd down, or 3rd down and 4. Gain of 5 on the carry for Cornea. Kind of used Sean Knighton there to just, as a shield, just put his right arm around him and went to his left. 3rd down and 4, ball marked on the 15. They need to get to the 11-yard line to continue this drive. The sun is set here in Evanston, Wyoming, first week of October. The lights are on. Red Devils driving, trying to find their way into that north end zone. Pitch is nearly fumbled, picked up by Cornea. He gets nowhere. 2 guys, 1 up high, 1 down low on the tackle. Give him no gain and a 4th down and 4. Evanston appearing to go for it. Pablo Escalante on the season has missed 2 field goals on both of his attempts. One of them last week. Three receivers set, 2 on the right side. Rigdon Wagstaff to the left, 2 back in the shotgun. Baxter rolls out right side looking for Smith. And it's over his head near the goal line, and a turnover on downs for the Evanston Red Devils is how the first drive goes. Give it over to Green River, 0-0 tie on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Tyus Cornea taking his helmet off after that first offensive drive. That would suggest he will not be out defensively, and in fact, as I look out, I see Jagger Mitchell, who's played about 95% of the snaps at linebacker on the season in place of Tyus, who is officially listed as the starter, is out there. Rigdon Wagstaff, Riley Griggs, and Pablo Escalante, your other 3 fullbacks, our other 3 linebackers. Bryson Davis getting the start at defensive end. He's at left end in a 3-man front. Bridger Barker, I think, is in the center of it. Blitz coming in right side to Pablo. Handoff to King or Ivy. It goes to Ivy on the first play from scrimmage from the 15-yard line. Gets nowhere. Brought down for a loss of 1 on the play. Let's give you now, as we get the opportunity, Green River huddling up, your starters for the Wolves. At quarterback, Dallin Serrano wears number 3. And the 2 running backs, James King and Kyle Ivey, number 8 and number 22, respectively. Anthony Johnson, a senior receiver, leading the team with 10 receptions. And Seth White with 12 receptions for 150 yards. Anthony Johnson with 176 and both of the touchdowns through the air. Dallin Serrano with 9 TDs total, but 7 coming on the rush. That goes with 6 interceptions. Handoff up the middle and a drive forward of James King, the sophomore. Spins around, pushes forward, and brought down at about the 20-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. 3rd down and 5. First carry for King, who kind of supplanted Kyle Ivey at the starting spot, and his leading Ivey 51 carries to 35 on the season, 236 yards to 95. Kyle Ivey with 1 touchdown, though. James King with none. As we mentioned, 8 rushing touchdowns for Green River, but 7 of them coming by way of their senior quarterback, Dallin Serrano. Shotgun snap for Serrano. 2-back set. 1 receiver either side. Handoff up the middle to King. He pushes forward and gets the first down yardage, but a flag comes in on the Evanston sideline. Got past the 25 where he needed to. Wait on the call. While we wait for the call, Russell Farrell, Ryan Hoffman, Thomas Harvey, Eric Gwaltney, and Peyton Tucker, the offensive linemen. It looks like the penalty was declined. No, it was first down for Green River. I think it may have been picked up, saying no flag on the play. Anthony Mitchell, the final starter we have not gotten out for Green River, number 24, the tight end. Good pass catcher, 7 catches for 45 yards, long gain of 15. Those are your Green River starters. Shotgun form. First down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Serrano pressured and brought down by Griggs. A sack-fumble combination. Appears that Bryson Davis came down with it deep inside, but they may say he was down by contact. No, it's Red Devil football. Sack-fumble combination. Riley Griggs gets him down, knocks it out, and Bryson Davis falls on the ball. The defense for the moment staying on the field. Now maybe starting to head out, and the play may have been reversed. Nope. Red Devil first down. Big play comes with 4:14 left. Griggs with the sack fumble and fell on by Bryson Davis at the 12-yard line. Evanston in the huddle. It's an early candidate for your precision play of the game. That's brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankum. I formation, receiver either side. Cornea the deep back, no surprise there, he gets it. Tries to counter in through the middle, gets just about nowhere before he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on the play down to the 10-yard line. Anthony Mitchell, middle linebacker, in on the tackle. 10th carry already for Tyus. I form on 2nd down and 10. Need to get to the, or 2nd down and 8. Need to get to the 2-yard line. Fullback handoff. Punching forward. It looks like he's very close. Pablo Escalante close to a first down as he jumped forward, but a flag comes in as he was brought down. Maybe going back based off the Red Devils' reaction. Gained about 6 yards on the play. Referees discussing. Here's the call. Face mask on Anthony Mitchell, half the distance from the goal. So repeat 2nd down. Chain gang was a little bit off. So 2nd and inches. 7-yard gain for Escalante. I formation, Baxter, hands off left side, Cornea punching his way. Did he get in? Forward progress may have said yes. James King knocking him down at the goal line. No touchdown, or no first down rather. At least not right now. The chain gang says first down. It looked like they whistled him short. Would bring up 3rd down And they do give him the forward progress. Gain of 1 on the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. I form for the Devils. Loaded box of 9 for Green River. Handoff to Cornea. He's pushing in the right side. David Baxter has a finger in the air saying it's a touchdown, and the far referee agrees. Touchdown, Red Devils. Cornea with number 16 of the season on homecoming night. The Red Devils go up 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Like we've said, number 16 of the season in game number 6. Tyus Cornea with a banner year. And the Red Devils, after losing their quarterback last week, come out and put the first score on the board here in K-Fackrell Stadium tonight. Extra point is down, hold is up, and the kick is good. No good. Wide right. It looked like it was in. It was high, but to the right, 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. We will take a break, be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
A sack fumble by Riley Griggs where Bryson Davis falls on it in the left end spot, puts the Red Devils on the 12-yard line, and they run through to get a first down, and then 1 yard out. Tyus Cornea punches it in, and the Red Devils lead at 6-0. The extra point kicking trouble continues a little bit. No good from Pablo Escalante. Officially on Wild Preps, they have him missing just 1 coming into this contest. I know he's missed at least 3. At least I'm almost positive, unless I'm misremembering things, kind of the Mandela effect. But I think that's number 4 missed for Escalante of this season unofficially, because Wild Preps keeps the official record, but we can go back and check the tape on that. Red Devils scored for the first time, or their first drive 2 weeks ago here against Powell, but then gave it up a touchdown in the first half and trailed 7-6. Touchback for Escalante and the Red Devils. Green River will take over on the 20-yard line. 3:04 left in quarter number 1. Evanston on top, 6-0. Take a look, see if we've got any changes defensively in this second drive. Bryson Davis, Jesus Quintero, Bridger Barker, and looks like we got a 4-man front. And Brendan Thompson, an interior lineman. So we're running a 4-4-3, 1 safety back, and that safety is Angel Rodriguez. Shotgun to Serrano. Riley Griggs is down as he was trying to blitz, and that leads to a big run. James King is whistled down, brought down by Rigdon Wagstaff, but he ran right through a hole where Riley Griggs was blitzing, and he's stomping his foot trying to get some traction after that play because he tripped right at the snap, and that opened up the hole for King. 11-yard gain for James King. And first down, Green River. I knew it was going to be a spongy day and a lot of slipping by either side. The first big slip comes from the Red Devils. Serrano shotgun, 2-back set. Mitchell in motion from the near side to the far. Handoff goes to Ivy. He tries to cut back, and he falls down a little bit. That middle of the field is very slippery. Check on the handoff. It went to King. He gets 1 yard. I think before long, the coaches for either side are going to have to take those counters and basically throw them out. Because as you saw there, James King tried to cut from his left to his right and basically went down to the ground by himself. Second down and 9, ball marked at the 32-yard line. 2:06 left in the first quarter, 6-0 Evanston. Shotgun formation, 2-back set, 1 receiver either side. Mitchell to tight end. Serrano fakes a handoff and brought down for a sack, the second sack of the day for the Devils. They got 3 last week. Bridger Barker on the takedown. Brings up third down and long. Loss of 4 on the play, 12 yards to go. Brendan Thompson out of the huddle, or off the field and onto the sidelines. So 3-man front for the Devils. 2 safeties in, and Rigdon Wagstaff playing back as the free safety. Angel Rodriguez the strong. Blitz up the middle. Griggs coming, and the handoff to King, left side. Tries to get through one block, gets tackled at the legs, and Jagger Mitchell with the little right leg tackle just holding on and tripping up King. Leads to a 4th down and 10 on the 2-yard carry by King. He's got 20 yards on 4 carries, but regardless, Green River is going to need to punt. 2 men back to return for the Devils, Angel Rodriguez and Cody Smith. High punt, and a good one, fielded at the 35. Rodriguez at the 40, near sideline, looking for a block, gets it from Smith. Looks close to a holding call at the 45 down to the 50. Stuffed up finally between 3 tacklers. Got a good block to his left, but it looked like Cody Smith had his arms wide of the pad level, and that's usually a holding call, but there was no referee necessarily in good sight to see it. Can run that one back on replay. 33 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Evanston Devils back out, up 6-0. Today's broadcast brought to you in part, as always, by Rocky Mountain Yeti, who now through the end of October has a deal going. When you buy a new vehicle from them in Evanston, you'll only pay the factory invoice price, plus you'll get all the rebates, a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, and you'll get $1,000 towards any gun that you want from the gun room. Continue that in just a bit. I formation, handoff to Cornea. Right side, gets 5 yards, still rolling forward to about 7. Late extracurriculars going as Micah Cox got thrown to the ground by, it looked like, Anthony Mitchell. And they say Cornea had a knee down pretty sooner than I saw. 4-yard carry for Cornea. Continuing that deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti, you can you buy a Dodge, get a gun. Buy a Jeep, get a gun. Buy a Chrysler, get a gun. No gimmicks, no games, just factory invoice pricing, amazing warranties, rebates, a new vehicle, and a new gun. This promotion ends October 31st at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. That's the end of the first quarter. The Devils lead at 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board, and they have 2nd down and 7 when we come back. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the
In business since 1936, Ellingford Brothers started with 3 brothers building bridges across Wyoming. Over the years, the company has expanded into different aspects tied to construction, including ready mix, steel fabrication, heavy hauling, hotshot services, and crushers. Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. When it comes to all things construction, come to Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
1 quarter into this homecoming matchup at K. Fackrell Stadium, the game plan for the Evanston offense pretty predictable. Lose your starting quarterback. You got a running back with over 1,000 yards on the year. Give him the rock, and they have 13 times. Just 35 yards, but a touchdown and a 6-0 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. Devils going left to right, and a pitch right side on 2nd down to Angel Rodriguez. He picks up about 3 yards out to the 40-yard line, maybe the 39. And it is 3rd down and 5 to go. Ball marked at about the 39-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the carry. 3rd down and 4. First carry of the night for Angel Rodriguez. Third down and 4. Make that a 3-yard carry for Rodriguez, and Cornea's back in at the tailback. 2 receivers, handoff right side to Griggs, and it's Cornea around to the 25-20, breaking away, and Dallin Serrano says, let me take a dive, and Cornea says, let me just step right out of the way. Touchdown, Red Devils, to start off the second quarter. Big block by Riley Griggs, the tight end on that side, just opening up the hole for Cornea to go right around and beat everyone with his speed. 39-yard run for pay dirt, and that doubles Tyus Cornea's output on the day up to 74 yards. And now 2 touchdowns. 11-14 left in quarter number 2. So the Devils turn right back around and take a 2-touchdown lead over the struggling Green River Wolves, and will go for 2, trying to make it 14-0. Pitch right side, Cornea gets a block, cuts back inside of Cody Smith, and I think he stopped a little bit short. Extra point, no good. So the 12-0 Evanston on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
The year just keeps getting bigger and bigger for Tyus Cornea. That's touchdown number 17 of the season. And with that 39-yard run, he's over 1,100 yards on the season. He's only number 2 in the state with those stats. Jaden Cox of Jackson coming into the week with a slight lead. Jackson kicked off at 6 p.m. against Star Valley, and as of most recent check, they were down a couple of scores, 21-7 in the second quarter. Jackson got a lot of respect after beating Cody 2 weeks ago. I was a little more hesitant in my votes. I put him number 4 this week, and I said if they could come away with a win over a Star Valley team that I think is looking very solid, I'd vote him number 1. So far, that has not been the case. Evanston needing a bounce-back game this week, doing pretty good, 12-0 up on Green River. The kickoff to Escalante, fielded at the 4-yard line by Anthony Johnson. He goes right corner, gets a couple of blocks, spins on the outside to the 20-yard line. Still looking for some sideline room and still on his feet at the 25. Still going, and then finally brought down at the 27 by Gabe Morris. First down and 10 for Green River on drive number 3. For the Wolves. First one ended with a fumble. Second one ended in a stall and punted away. The Red Devils scored on both of those drives, following both of those drives. Serrano in the shotgun. 3 receiver set, 2 on the far side. Kyle Ivy splits out wide as well. So just 1 back set now with the fullback Ivy over right side. Blitz coming up the middle and to the right. Ivy in motion to the near side, may put Jagger Mitchell into the coverage. Handoff to James King, gain of 9. He split right up the middle as the offense spread out and kind of cut that middle of the defense open to the left or right for the Devils. First down run as they give him 10 yards on the carry for King. Just a sophomore. James King has come in and been one of the biggest impact players for Green River this season. Mentioned this earlier, but 236 yards, no touchdowns on the year. Most of those rushing touchdowns come in on little sneaks by Dallin Serrano. But it's Ben King moving the ball as effectively as anyone this year for the Wolves. Ball at the 37-yard line. Deep throw, Serrano right side. Rigdon Wagstaff had hands on it, dropped it down to the ground, intended for Anthony Johnson. Never gotten to his hands, and we nearly had going the other way, turnover number 2, but Wagstaff couldn't hold on. It's a cold night. Not really all that windy, if any wind at all, but just chilly in the air. At kickoff, we were at about 50 degrees. Then the sun goes down. The lack of wind will keep it a little bit warmer on this homecoming night, as will the crowd on this Evanston faithful side, huddled all tightly together. But no doubt out on the field, it's a little chilly. 10:32 is where the clock is stopped in quarter number 2. Loaded up box for the Devils, and early movement signaled by Bridger Barker. See who he was going against. I think that's going against Eric Gwaltney, right guard. Back him up 5 yards and make it second down and 15. That is the call, Green River already. It is on Gwaltney. And the ball goes back to the 32. Looks more like it's marked at the 33-yard line. It should be back another yard. Ends up being about a 4-yard penalty on the false start. Referee shakes Gwaltney's hand before resetting. In the shotgun, 2 receivers, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Serrano rolls around, strong side, down the sideline, up into the air, nearly into his hands, but then falls out. Looked like it was intended for Kyle Ivey. Ball dropped out of his hands, though, 3rd down and 15. No good on the throw attempt. Serrano still looking for a first completion on the day. Jesus Quintero out to the sidelines for Evanston. Barker, just a 3-man front. You got Barker. Is that Mason Erickson back in after getting hurt 2 weeks ago? Yes, Mason has made his return. Good to see him back out on the field at right end, and then Bryson Davis on the left end. Just a 3-man front, 4 linebackers. Tyus Cornea on the right outside linebacker position. Big play for the Devils here. 3rd down and 15. Blitz up the middle. Serrano pressured. Blindside. Cornea strips him as he brings him down to the ground. The ball's loose out to the far sideline. It may have gone out of bounds before anyone had a return on it, but a sack for Tyus Cornea. Like we said, he only plays a little defense, but on a big play there, he gets the sack from the blind side. 11-17. That's another candidate for your Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. Both of them coming so far via the defense for the Devils, and that backs them up another 5 or 6 yards at the 30-yard line. That's where Green River will snap back to punt. Anthony Johnson, the punter, gets a good leg on it out on the far sideline. Returnable to Cody Smith. He reverses field, cuts up the middle to the 45, spins around to tackle, but brought down rather quickly. Reese Allison on the tackle, 6-foot junior on the punt return coverage. Ball marked at the 45-yard line, 10:07 left in quarter number 2. Devils up 12-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Just 1 pass by David Baxter so far today. That's all it's needed, 1 completion. Other than that, it's been 14 carries for Tyus Cornea, 2 for Escalante, and 1 for Rodriguez. This one to Cornea. He's in the backfield, hit up, and Peyton Tucker with the negative gain. Tackle for a loss. As far as Green River goes, they are dead last coming into this season in tackles for a loss. That's number 2 for them today. Loss of 1 against Cornea, trying to go out to the right side. Not necessarily a big surprise that they're going to get a couple of losses, as you know, as a defense coming in, out down a starting quarterback. They want to ease their backup in David Baxter, and they've got a running back with over 1,000 yards in a year. They're going to run heavy. So it's been a loaded box just about all game long. 4 defensive run set, and Escalante takes the fullback handoff up the middle, 10 yards for a first down, making a gain of 12 on the play. Escalante, 3 carries, all of them for 7 yards or more. He gets it right to the 45 across the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Devils at midfield. Riley Griggs replaces Rigdon Wagstaff, so they'll have a tight end and an extra blocker in. Coming into the season, I thought Riley Griggs might be a little bit of a pass catcher. He's a converted fullback, and he had that big pick 6 against Green River last year to seal the win in Green River. I formation, handoff goes left side on a pitch. 45-yard line is where Cornea gets tackled, and he falls forward. Peyton Tucker all over the ball carrier tonight. That's at least his 5th or 6th tackle in the first half. Gain of 1 yard on the play as Cornea fell forward after getting both legs wrapped up. 74 yards on 16 carries. It's been about an even split, go left, go right. They haven't been shading either way or the other, and that time they went away from the tight end, Riley Griggs, so you can't necessarily see where they're setting up. Now, when there's been heavy receiver sets, as we see maybe 2 or 3 loaded to one side, they've always gone the pitch that way. Fullback handoff again to Escalante, right up the middle to the 40-yard line, maybe a little bit farther depending on the spot. He put the ball, that being Escalante, at the 44-yard line. The referee backs it up maybe just a hair, but about to the 39-yard line, for 3rd down and 4. 5-yard gain for Pablo. 33 yards on 4 carries. Griggs, the tight end, back in for this 3rd down. Hasn't mattered short yardage, long yardage. 3rd down conversions, they've gone to Escalante or Cornea for the yardage outside of 1 where they threw for a 15-yard gain to Cody Smith. I formation setup. Handoff right side. Cornea cuts back in. Needs to get down to about the 35-yard line. Won't get quite there. Stuffed up maybe a yard or 2 short at the 37. Ball marked at the 38-yard line, so just a gain of 1 and 4th down and 3. Across the 50-yard line and a 2-score lead, see if the Red Devils opt to go for it here. It appears, based on the huddle setup, that they are. Cornea already at 17 carries on the day. Rigdon Wagstaff replaces Chris Perriman as a receiver. Wagstaff on the right side, Smith on the left. Just a 2-receiver set. Riley Griggs set up on the right side of Bridger Barker at tackle. And actually, never mind, that's Ethan Moyer at right tackle. Throw out to the right side, and a screen pass to Rigdon Wagstaff is an incomplete throw. Turnover on downs for the Devils. They give it up at the 37-yard line, about the 38-yard line, rather, to Green River. Had that backwards. Ethan Moyer at the right side tackle position. Bridger Barker at the left tackle spot. Mason Erickson and Davis, the defensive ends. Quintero and Thompson, the interior linemen. 4 linebacker set, 1 safety for the Devils against a shotgun 2-back set for Green River. Serrano motions Mitchell into the left side. Looks out, fakes the handoff, a read option play, and a big negative gain. Bryson Davis hits Serrano high and sends him right down to the ground. Dallin looks like he didn't really want to get up after that play. Loss of about 5 yards from the 38 down to the 34. They go negative. That's at the 33, actually. Never mind the scoreboard there. That's at the 33-yard line. So a negative gain of 5. Not a sack there, as Serrano was a ball carrier at that point. Second down and 14. Make it second down and 15. 3 receivers set to the right side. Ivy in motion. Handoff up the middle to King. He's hit immediately at the interior line between Thompson and Quintero. Play whistle dead. Forward progress minimal. Give him about 1 yard or maybe 2 on the play. Met Gallegos credited with that tackle. I don't see him out there, though. I think that was Quintero and Thompson in on the tackle. 3rd down and 13. 32 yards on 6 carries for King. Shotgun form, 3 receivers to the right, 1 near side. Serrano fakes the handoff. No, he gives it away to King. Counters to the outside. Tyus Cornea, another big 3rd down play, stops him at the 35-yard line. Just a gain of 1, 4th down and 12. And Evanston will come back out into the punt return formation. Last 3rd down and 15, it was a sack strip by Tyus Cornea, the 2nd sack fumble combo of the day already for the Evanston defense. The prior one against Riley Griggs resulted in a fumble recovery for the Evanston Devils. Their plus-minus has not been stupendous this year, so that's always a plus for the Evanston faithful. Punt to the right side and down to the knees. Fair catch called and caught at the 35-yard line by Cody Smith. 5 minutes exactly left, 300 seconds in half number 1, and a 12-0 lead for the Evanston Red Devils. It's a 1-yard touchdown and a 39-yard touchdown, both by way of Tyus Cornea, number 16 and 17 of this season. Devils take over on the far hash mark, going from left to right, wearing the navy blue, red pant, red helmet jersey combinations. Green River in the white jersey, green pant, green helmet. Pistol form, Cornea the lone back. And the handoff straight away up the middle to Cornea. He gets some forward motion. He was hit at the line by Russell Farrell, and that's what tripped him up and sent him forward. Got about 3 yards on the play. Looked like he had a full head of steam prior to being tripped up by Farrell. 3-yard carry, 78 yards in the first half on 18 carries for Cornea, and there's still a lot of time to get him several more. 4-man front for Green River, 4 linebackers, 1 safety. James King, one of the outside linebackers, he will kind of drop back at times into a safety spot, but for the most time they run 4-4 up in the front. Handoff to Cornea. He counters left side, scrapes through and tries to just carry a leg tackle through. Peyton Tucker did not give up, though, and a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards, still moving it from 2nd and 7 to about 3rd and 2. Give him 5 yards on Cornea's carry, and that was a power carry all the way. Peyton Tucker likes to tackle low and below the knees. We're talking at ankles, and He's not given up one yet, but Corny has gotten a few extra yards as a result of it. 3rd down and about 3, so a gain of 4 yards on the carry. Pass out right side, caught by Cornea, going nowhere, and a big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down. It was a pitch, not a throw. Ruled as a backwards lateral. So they lose about 2 yards on the pitch. Punt team comes out, and Cornea will boot it away for the first time today. Good kick, fair catch called at the 21-yard line by Anthony Johnson. Has yet to field a punt or return a punt on the season. Either gone out of bounds, let it go, or called fair catch as he did that time. Drive starts at the 22-yard line for Green River, going from right to left. Evanston defending the north end zone. 2:56 left in half number 1. We expected Tyus to see maybe his most carries of the year in any one game, which is saying a lot. He's carried it 25 to 30 times just about every time, but looks like he's on pace to get over 30 in this contest. Brought down in the backfield, King by Met Gallegos. Barker will replace Gallegos after the tackle. Loss of 2 on the play. Make it loss of 3 for King. Ball marked at the 19-yard line. 2nd down and 13. 2:25 and counting. 4-man front for the Devils. Barker and Quintero, your interior linemen. Davis and Erickson, the exterior. Roll over to the left. Shotgun formation. Mitchell, the tight end, in motion. Snap is bobbled, and Serrano takes off running. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, puts the ball on the ground. Cody Smith drops on it. Turnover for the Devils, assuming he wasn't down, waiting for the official call. It looked like Serrano had the ball squirt out of his hands prior to being brought down, but we will see. It looks like, by the lack of excitement for the Devils, that it will be ruled down by contact, but the official's still discussing, and it's ruled down. Coach Steve Moore just deflated, on beside himself after that play, but 2nd down or 3rd down and 11, so a gain of 2 for Serrano. Nearly a fumble on the snap, and then nearly a fumble on the tackle down. That would have been the 3rd fumble for Green River today. Serrano's first carry for 2 yards. Still has yet to complete a pass. 4-man front for Evanston. Blitz coming from the cornerback side. Roll out left side. Serrano whips it through the hands of Anthony Mitchell. He slaps the side of his helmet. Would have been a catch at the 35-yard line, 2 yards beyond the first down markers. Instead, it's 4th down and 11, and Green River has to come back and punt, and Anthony Johnson will have to go back and boot it away one more time. He's going to the sideline, though. Maybe they don't have a punter back there right now. They're lined up. And is that Serrano that's going to take over? That punter? Or did Johnson slip back in there? Now we got a new guy in, and nearly blocked. Sent away by Seth White. And it's out and on field. It goes to about the 50-yard line where it's out of bounds. And it will be marked at about the 48, 49-yard line, put at the 48, 2 yards shy of the 50. One more chance for the Devils in a minute and a half to do it. They have all 3 of their timeouts. We'll see if they try to air it out at all today. Just one throw in the first half. That one was completed for 15 yards and a first down to Cody Smith. I formation and 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the near, so no tight end. 1st and 10 at the 48. Fullback handoff. Escalante barrels forward to the 50-yard line and gets fallen on by Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell, a linebacker, coming back last week after a knee injury in the first opening couple of weeks of the season. It's not that he's healthy. It's that he's playing through. He has a partially torn ACL and said, you know what, put a brace on it. Let's see what I can do. So dangerous for him out there tonight in sloppy conditions, but making an effect at the middle linebacker position along with Peyton Tucker. Roll back. Here's a throw from Baxter. Goes deep to a wide open Cody Smith. It's just beyond his hands at the 15-yard line is where it hits down. Smith was about at the 17. Smith was unguarded and would have been going for 6 had he been able to haul that one in. Just overthrown by Baxter. 3rd down and 8. 1 minute to go. Smith's out after the long run, replaced by Riley Griggs. That would suggest a run play from the Devils on 3rd down and see if Green River wants to take a timeout, assuming, of course, they are able to get a stop and force a 4th down. 2-back set in the I formation. Wagstaff in motion. Handoff to the fullback. No, it's a fake. Play action. Baxter back to throw. Goes to Wagstaff. It's underthrown and picked off by Mitchell. Take that Johnson on the interception at about the 25-yard line on the far side. Anthony Johnson with the interception, 51 seconds to go. First interception of the year for David Baxter. First interception of the year for Anthony Johnson. Had 1 fumble recovery prior to that, along with 17 tackles. Ball marked at the 26-yard line. So not good field position for Green River, but they do get a turnover. Late in the first half, they will receive in the second. Throw from Serrano down right side, and is picked right back off by the Devils. Chris Perriman at the 50-yard line, cutting in at the 40, going into the 35-yard line, and an interception, but gets another. Chris Perriman with his 2nd pick of the season, and it gives the Devils the ball right back with 40 seconds to go. They lose a little bit of yardage, but not a whole lot, and is basically back out on the offense. And, hey, Baxter, go try it again. Chris Perriman had a big interception against Powell a week ago, late, almost the same point in the game, late in the first half. Pistol form, lone back set, Cornea. Baxter looks out left side, throws behind him to Cornea. That will be ruled as a rush and a gain of about 7 or 8 yards. Pass completed. .33 seconds left. Flag on the play. Probably signal a holding, considering the type of play it was. Umpire with the white hat coming to midfield. Is a holding on Evanston. Taken back from the point of the foul, 10 yards. Well, you got that reverse. You got the wide receiver screen dump off and a lot of field to cover. A lot of times you'll get someone either a block in the back or a holding position in a situation like that. And that was the call there. Came a bit downfield, so it's 1st down and 14. Back to throw, Baxter pressured, rolls out to his right side. Back behind midfield, throws out to Perriman, completed at the line of scrimmage, initial to the 30-yard line and inside, pushed out of bounds. Good completion on a rollout. Perriman came back to help his quarterback out. And the Devils will have completion number 2 of the day. From the 39 to the 27, gain of 12, about 11 on the completion. And it is 2nd down and 2. Just the 3rd completion of the year for Chris Perriman. Had a couple in the opening week and he's been targeted but hasn't been able to complete one since. 4 receiver, 2 either side. Pistol form, delayed handoff. Cornea, big hole to run out to the 20-yard line. cuts through a couple of tackles, gets through inside to what appears to be the 15, enough for a first down. There's no question about that. 8 seconds left, and you got a timeout here. You better take it if you're the Red Devils. Ball marked at the 14-yard line. Is that right? Or is that the 19-yard line? Down at the 19. My eyes deceived me looking down the line. Timeout taken by Evanston. We will take one as well. Be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on K9 Radio.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there. Specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Down to the 19-yard line as we welcome you back to K-Fackrell Stadium on homecoming night. 12-0 Red Devils looking for one more. 3 receivers to the far side, to the near side, 1 to the far. Baxter looks out near side on the roll out right. Goes deep to the end zone. Looking for Rodriguez. It's overthrown and out of bounds. 2 seconds left on the clock. Time for one more shot down to the end zone. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line. Take those markers out. You just got to throw it. Baxter is on the sideline, so they will go for a field goal instead of trying for a touchdown. That would put them up 15-0, and they need their kicker. Well, no, they weren't trying to go for the field goal. Baxter just was not out onto the field, and a timeout taken by Green River after that confusing stretch. David Baxter thought, I think they were going for a field goal, and then they said, hey, where's our quarterback, as they were all lined up. We'll take another timeout, be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PepMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PepMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PepMinerals.com.
Back here at K-Fackrell Stadium, and after all of that and a timeout, it will be a field goal. So I think that was the call initially, but David Baxter's the holder, and he wasn't out there. He's set up to hold at the 25-yard line, so a 35-yard attempt is blocked, and it's a live ball. Mitchell picks it up, immediately tackled at the 30-yard line, and that's the half. 12-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 24 minutes in, 24 to go on homecoming night. We'll have an extended homecoming coverage coming up in just a bit on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you want to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, the best experience I've ever had at a dentist. Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you...
Welcome back to K-Fackrell Stadium in extended halftime coverage, seeing the Classics come out. Just prior to this, it was the homecoming royalty announced as they drove by on the golf carts. Classics performing a Disney-inspired routine. Saw it last night at the pep rally and again this morning at the 1 o'clock. And we'll get to see some of that in just a bit as they get ready to start. We will have a couple of students that we talk to in this halftime as they've extended it up to about 20 minutes. First of all, we will hear from Alexis Frogner, a senior captain for the Classics, and then after that, we'll hear from the homecoming queen, Kaylee Sharp. She was in action at a 4 o'clock matchup, Evanston versus Cody. That one went 5 sets, and the Cody Broncs ended up victorious in the 5th set, 16-14, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. The volleyball game's a little bit earlier tomorrow as Evanston takes on Riverton. 10 in the freshman game is 10 o'clock, JV at 11, varsity scheduled for 12. We all know how that works. Probably put that varsity at about 12:30 start time as we get a look at the Classics and their routine. Run you through some first half stats as I have them right now, and then after that we'll hear from those students. Just a couple of completions and an interception by David Baxter, but all said, not a bad first half out of the junior, not asked to do a ton other than take care of the ball and throw when needed, and he's done an all right job for that. I have him 2 of 4 on throwing with 26 yards, one first down, and interception. Tyus Cornea, he's been the horse today, 21 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's number 16 and 17 of the season. Pablo Escalante, the fullback, with 5 carries for 35 yards. Angel Rodriguez, 1 carry for 3 yards. Those 2 receptions brought in by Cody Smith and Chris Perriman. On the Green River side, James King has been the stud running back for them, and he leads the team in yardage, although not a whole lot to speak of. 30 yards for him on 8 carries. -1 on 1 carry that I have from Kyle Ivey, and Dallin Serrano with 1 carry for 2 yards. He also fumbled on that, but was recovered. They ruled him down, I guess, before the fumble. 1 interception as well for Serrano. He has yet to complete a pass. That picked up by Chris Perriman, his 2nd interception of the year. The 1 interception by David Baxter went to Anthony Johnson, his 1st interception of the season. We will take a break and come back in 30 seconds with Alexis Frogner, senior captain for the Evanston Classics, on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Sievers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Sievers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
I'm with Alexis Frogner, a senior with the EHS Classics, and right now you're going through a little bit of a tough time with not being able to dance. You're waiting to get back. What has the transition been like from you're just used to being one of the team out there on the field or on the court and now trying to find your role in a different sense while you wait to get healthy?
It's been kind of rough because I want to be out there on the floor with the team, but now I get a new perspective and I get to kind of see what my coach sees more and get her perspective on things, and I'm able to help the girls out more. So it's good in that sense, but it has been rough not being able to dance with my teammates.
How long have you been dancing?
For as long as I can remember, since probably grade school. So I've been dancing a while, but I still enjoy it just as much as I have.
The practice is pretty early to get up for. Are they a little tougher when you know, like, I'm going to have to go out there and coach, or have you found a way to find your motivation every day?
I do find my motivation, especially around homecoming time, because I know the girls need my help, and so it's pretty easy just to get up and get going and do it for the team.
It is homecoming week. You're not dressed up, right?
No, I'm not.
Do you not participate in that too much? Pick and choose your days?
Yeah, I do pick and choose my days. It just depends. I'm try to do my best, but it just depends on the day.
You can't tell me anything about what the routine's going to be. I know I've gone through this with Classics for years and years. They never tell me what's going on. But what's cool, or what can you tell me about this homecoming performance?
This homecoming performance is a little different. We decided to go with the more edgy side of Disney instead of like the princesses and stuff. So it's going to be good. It's edgy. It's a tough dance, and it looks really good. So I'm hoping we can pull it off.
I forgot that, well, I didn't forget that it was Disney, but I kind of forgot that your dance would be in a theme with that. You'll be performing it several times. You have Thursday, Friday at the pep rally as well, and then at the football. Is it 3 performances you have this week?
Yes, it is. And we have senior boys drill and cheer dance as well.
Do you have to run that and basically choreograph the whole thing for them?
Yes, we have the boys drill dance made up, and we start practices pretty soon. So it's going to be crazy, but it'll be fun.
How low do you have to keep your expectations when they get out on the floor?
I just expect them to show up. If they show up, that's great. If they can do more, that's fantastic.
Where do you fit? Do they practice? They probably practice. Where do you fit that in?
So we're going to be practicing the next 3 days at night, and then we're just going to try to teach them a dance, and if they get it, that's great. If not, it's just funny, I guess.
What have you done in preparation for getting the girls ready? You're a captain, right?
Yes, I am.
So as a captain and kind of a coach now, what have you done to get them ready for this homecoming performance, or some of the other ones leading up for?
One of the big things we've done as a team is just team bonding and getting to be closer as a team and be more like a family. And so then the girls get more comfortable with us coaching them. And so I'm able to go to practice and kind of pinpoint where they're going wrong and to help them improve and better themselves every single practice. So,
how are classes going for your senior year?
I mean, they're pretty easy. I have a couple hard classes, but it's not too bad.
Which one's your favorite?
Probably anatomy. I'm loving that.
Seems to be a favorite, everyone that takes there. Do you know where you're going to school yet?
Hopefully BYUI, but we'll see what happens.
Have you applied? Have you done all that? You just waiting to hear back?
I haven't applied yet. I'm still working on it.
Isn't the deadline like January, so you got a couple months, or is it sooner?
I've got a couple more months, so I'm going to get my ACT up.
Oh, do you have to get the ACT done, or you have to retake it, you say?
Yeah, I just want to get my score higher than it is, so.
Is that for scholarship money?
Yes, for sure.
So, if you get 1 or 2 points higher, you can get into a whole nother higher bracket. Is that how it works at BYUI?
I'm not entirely sure, but if I can't get into BYUI, I just want that cushion for the Hathaway, yeah.
What do you think about this homecoming football game coming up on Friday? How do you think the boys are going to come back after a loss against Cody?
I'm a little nervous for it because we barely beat them last year for their homecoming. So I hope they can do it, and if not, it's going to be okay.
What do you have set up for the parade?
The parade our juniors are in charge of, and they are doing a pretty good job. It's looking pretty good. We're doing the Incredibles, so it should be really fun. I think the kids will enjoy it, and it should be a good parade.
You mentioned, and I mentioned earlier, the dress-up days. You kind of pick and choose on them. Which ones do you like? Which ones do you say I'm just going to kind of shy away from and kind of act like it didn't happen?
For like Spirit Week, like today wasn't too bad. College Day this year isn't too bad. Last year I didn't like dressing up in Halloween stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna do Hawaii Day. I don't love that, but I'm gonna do it. Just it's my last year, might as well.
Well, the red day's got to be the easiest, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be pretty easy, and we have to dress up in our team sweats anyway, so it's not too bad.
Well, we're glad to have you, and you said you were trying to get back for the winter season. You're hoping to be back performing?
Yes, I am. Hopefully for basketball season and EI coming up, I'll be cleared to go.
Do you guys perform at the EI?
We do. We help run it too.
Well, good luck, Alexis Frogner, right? Not Frogner. You get that probably mispronounced or misspelled a lot.
Yeah, it just sounds like a frog, so that's pretty much it.
Well, you don't sound like a frog, and that's all that matters. Alexis Frogner, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you to Alexis Frogner, and we will be back in just about 30 seconds, and we'll hear from your homecoming queen, Kaylee Sharp, next on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Our 2018 homecoming queen, Kaylee Sharp, joins us. First question, what is your first duty as ruler of the school? What's your first act? Our 2018 homecoming queen, Kaylee Sharp, joins us. First question, what is your first duty as ruler of the school? What's your first act?
I don't know. Just have fun at homecoming. That's about it.
That's kind of lame, whatever. I'll let you have it. You don't get any real power with it anyways. Last night, you got selected as homecoming queen, and then now today, you play in a volleyball game during the homecoming parade. Normally, you'd be thinking, oh no, I can't drive around in a golf cart. Considering the weather, are you okay that you're going to be playing a volleyball match?
Yeah, I love playing volleyball, so I'd rather play than freeze my butt during the parade, so I'm good.
I was wondering how it's going to work out with the parade because 3 out of the 4 are volleyball players. Was there a plan in place for that, or are they just going to have like the guys ride alone?
Yeah, I think they're just going to ride alone. The volleyball team, the girls decided that we're going to play. It doesn't matter what we get. We want to play, so.
This was decided at the beginning of the school year, wasn't it, that you wanted to be able to play earlier so that you weren't splitting crowds and that you were able to go to the games and all that?
Yes, the girls actually asked Bubba to move the games back so we can make it to the game. So we're missing the parade almost on purpose. So.
Volleyball inter-region play, Cody and Riverton, kind of interesting teams. You haven't got to see them yet, but teams that you're probably going to see early on in the regional tournament. Have you, as a team, done any studying on them, or have you mostly focused on yourselves this week?
We watched Cody yesterday. We watched them play. We didn't have a chance to watch Riverton, but I think we're ready.
What were some interesting things that popped out to you about either one of those teams?
They definitely go high and outside, like every time. We watched Cody play Star Valley, and they're both like that. That goes outside every time. So I think they hit low, and we can block them.
Well, a good block's the best medicine for a high and outside team, and especially if you know you go out there. A lot of times in the past, Evanston has been that high and outside team. Not so much this year, and when you've gone against them, I think you've had a little bit of success in being able to focus in on those teams.
Yeah, I think once, if you know where it's going, you can always cheat outside, and it's easier to get up on the block. It's nice as a middle to know where it's going, so it's good.
changing to middle this year. You play a little bit outside, right side, middle. You've been all around. And this year, as it goes in the front line, you end up hitting in all sides of the court, depending on where you are in the rotation in that first opportunity. And you have really, I think, improved your consistency in your swing. I always thought you had a good swing, but consistency was not always there. What has been the switch for you this year?
I don't know. I think knowing I was playing middle, you don't usually get hit as much. And I love hitting the ball, so I think my goal is whenever I get to hit the ball, I want to put it down.
You sang the national anthem for the pep rally. Was that planned out long ahead of time, or was that, hey, Kaylee, you can sing, how about you do it?
No, the principal, Mr. Lester, asked the volleyball team if we wanted to sing. And so we had been joking around and we had sang it a few practices before. But I was like, okay, well, we got to get this together. So, yeah, we threw it together really last minute. They told me to hold the microphone, so I did.
They told you to hold the microphone, and they also just kind of like all back away and say, oh, Kaylee will sing it.
Yeah, the microphone was really loud, so they're like, you just sing, and I'll be like, so I was like, okay. Yeah.
How has this year been for you, your senior year? How's it going? Are you feeling like a senior? Are you feeling like you wish you had more times of going too fast? How are you fitting it?
I feel like it is kind of going by fast. I don't know. There's a lot of schoolwork, and I think with college applications and senior projects and sports, it's crazy, but it's been a lot of fun. And I've really enjoyed this week especially. So
I feel like I always ask people this, and I have not yet this year, so you're the first person. What's your senior project?
I'm going to shadow Mrs. Delgado for the Davis Middle School musical production they're doing. So I'll be doing that in the spring, and I'll just go help out after school.
Well, that's perfect. Right? You have zero experience with musicals, so it's something totally new, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How's music going for you?
It's going good. I've been working with Mrs. Blackwell for scholarship stuff, and we just turned in the video tryout for All Northwest this year, so it's good.
When will you find out more about that?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I'm excited. Hopefully I get in.
You have today's the red out day. You got tie-dye, you've got the face painted. Did you do that yourself?
Yes, I did. Yeah, we did this morning with my friends.
All right. Kaylee Sharp, homecoming queen. And are you singing the national anthem any other times today? Are you going to have to do it again?
No, I don't think so.
You're all done.
I hope so.
For the week at least. Kaylee Sharp, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you to Kaylee Sharp, and we're about 2 minutes away from the start of half number 2. Green River is out onto the field. Evanston will return shortly, as will we, with second half coverage on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
They have added a few more minutes to the halftime clock, so we're going to have, I guess, about a 24-minute halftime today. 2 minutes left before the start of the second. Ran you through the stats in the first half. Brush it up on them as we get set for the start of the second half. It's been heavy to the halfback as expected. 21 carries to Tyus Cornea, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns, number 16 and 17 of the season. And those 88 yards put him at about 1,140 yards on the season. Update from around the state. Jackson was trailing Star Valley. I said if they beat Star Valley on Wednesday during the Red Devil Rundown, if they beat Star Valley, I'll vote them number 1. Until then, I'm not getting them out of the 4 spot. Well, they're down 24-14 in the fourth quarter to Star Valley, a team that has proven after one slip up to Sugar Salem in week 2 all year long that while they're down and out of a lot of players, they are still a solid program, and it's gone final. Star Valley has defeated Jackson and given them their first loss of the year, 32-14. Cody in the third quarter has taken a 6-point lead over Powell. They lead them 9-3. Warland trailing Douglas, being shut out in the second quarter, 14-0. Torrington having little trouble against Riverton, 34-0 in the third quarter. And still no score being reported out of Rollins and Lander, but there's nobody covering that game, apparently, or nobody that could be found on Wild Preps. So that may be the reason for no reporting of the score or the time left in the contest. You'd have to imagine a 7 o'clock kickoff game would be headed for the second half now. So we may have to wait a little bit on any reporting out of there. Up at 4A, Thunder Basin, big up on Rock Springs, 44-6. Natrona County blowing out Kelly Walsh in the Oil Bowl, 42-6. Cheyenne East up on Central, 31-13. And 47-0 Sheridan over Campbell County. No surprise there. Campbell County's losing streak will likely continue. And 28-7 Laramie, ranked 5th in the state in 4A, over Cheyenne South. That's in the fourth quarter. About set for half number 2. Evanston kicks and will be defending the south end zone. Still really no wind out there, but it is cold. Sun went down, and it was already close to the 40s, and is probably there or below now, probably in the 39 to 41 degree range. Back to receive for Green River, Anthony Johnson and Matthew Bernal, 5'11" senior. Has not recorded at least 4 returns on the year to be located on Wild Preps. Not recorded Bernal with a return on the season. Escalante, he missed a field goal to end the first half, and last time he did that at home, he came back mad defensively and ran over the Powell run game. He gets set to boot it deep here. Has several touchbacks on the year. This will not be one of them. Fielded at the 10-yard line by Johnson. Far sideline. Big seam up the middle. Splits 2 tacklers. And then brought down at around the 27-yard line for Green River to start the opening drive of the second half. First and 10. Ball marked at the 27, I believe. Yeah, 27-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 backs, Ivy and King. Serrano back there. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far. Ivy splits out wide. And a handoff right side, 8 tackles, 8. Rigdon Wagstaff gets back and a loss of 7 yards on the handoff. Rigdon was in the backfield before the snap or before the handoff even came in, and King didn't even get to take 1 step forward. First down and 10 goes to second down and 17. Loss of 7, and that takes away a good portion of King's rushing yards on the day, down to 23 on 9 carries. 2 straight negative gains going back to the first half. Serrano set for the shotgun snap. 4 receiver set. Handoff to King is faked, and it's a keeper on the split outside to Ivy. Wow, that must have been a reverse. Riley Griggs finally makes the tackle at the 35-yard line, still shy of the first down. Be about 3rd down and 2, and they can't mark that a first down. It's short, isn't it? There's no way that's a first down. They just marked him out to the 37. The ball should be placed at the 35-yard line. The chain gang prematurely ran out, and now the official's discussing it. Where they're marking the ball is a yard shy of where the first down marker was. So it should be 3rd down and 1. And the umpires are going out to the chain gang and I think saying you were a little premature, move it back. It should be 3rd down and 1. That was a gain of 16 yards, not 17. As of now, no movement from the chain gang. And I'm not sure what they saw or what they're seeing, because where the first down marker is, it's a yard past where the ball is spotted. And they finally move back. It's 3rd down and 1. 16-yard carry by Kyle Ivey, 15 on 2 carries. Has one ball that was nearly completed, went in and out of his hands. Only completed pass by Serrano was to the other team and Chris Perriman for his 2nd interception of the season. 12-0 as we are just about a minute into the second half. Evanston on top on homecoming night. Lost to Cody last week on their homecoming night, 46-26. Serrano out into the huddle. It's 3rd down and 1. You get a loss of 7, a gain of 16. It's 3rd down and 1. The chain gang says 2nd down. There's been some struggles from them today in this one. The latest evidence. Shotgun snap. Hand up to King. He breaks through one tackle. Brought down at the 41-yard line, enough for a 1st down. A gain of down at the 42, so a gain about 4. Give him a gain of 4 on the play. Make it 5. Yeah, make it 6. I guess they're at the 36-yard line to the 42. That'd be 6 yards. 10:45 under center and 2 backs. Serrano hands off to King. High tackle by Griggs, pushing back, still on his feet. Gets some assistance from Bryson Davis and Jagger Mitchell, and eventually brought down. Forward progress should be a gain of about 3, I think. And they're going to disagree with me and say a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. 11th carry for King today. 2 negative-yard rushes. Long of 11. Two receivers set to the outside. 2 receivers to the near side. Shotgun form, single back is King. Low snap, screen pass completed to Mitchell at the line of scrimmage, and then he dropped it. It was in his hands, and then they fell right out. 2nd down and 9 goes 3rd and 9, and another incompletion for Serrano and company. Still no yards on the day. Dallin Serrano with 476 yards total on this season. That comes in at an average about, about 80 a game. 42% completion percentage. 6 interceptions to just 2 touchdowns through the air, but add in 7 rushing touchdowns on 159 yards and 64 attempts. Serrano averaging about 12 carries a game, has just 1 today, and that was on a broken play. Ivy comes in motion, and early movement from Escalante coming in on the blitz, moves forward 5 yards on 3rd down, so make it 3rd down and 4. Ball will be placed just shy of the 50-yard line. About the 48. Penalty makes it 3rd down and manageable. 9:10 is where the clock is stopped. Ball marked at the 48. And Green River breaks the huddle. Johnson, the receiver, to the far side. Seth White, the near side. Kyle Ivey in the slot position behind Mitchell, the tight end, standing up in the 2-point stance. Ivey goes to the right side, handoff King up the middle, counters to his right to the 50-yard line, pass there to the 45, and arm tackle Rigdon Wagstaff brings him down, but King gets another 2 or 3 yards down to the 42. Gain of 10 on the play. Good counter run by James King. And a first down has Green River across the 50 for perhaps the first time today. 3 receivers left side. 1 to the near. Single back is King. Serrano in the shotgun. Takes the snap, pitches left side to King. He holds it, grabs it, goes out to the far sideline looking for some real estate. Finds it up the sideline. 30, 35-yard line down to the 30 where he's brought down. Gain of 14 on first down. Make that 12 on the carry for King. Back-to-back 10-plus yard runs. Down to the 30-yard line, 8:29 when the clock resumes ticking after the chains are reset. 3 receivers near side. Johnson over on the far. Ivy in the slot along with Mitchell. He's in front of everyone tethered to the line. 1 back set. King takes the handoff on the read option. Goes left side. Gets a couple of yards and pushes his forward beyond the left tackle. Brought down by Jagger Mitchell on the play. They give him 3 yards. Second down and 3. So Green River with their first drive of the second half has taken quite a bit of time off the clock. 4 minutes and counting as they methodically move it down, basically taking the Evanston approach and just hand it off to your halfback time after time. Shotgun form again, single back, strong side to the right, and they give it off to King. He's in the backfield. Wagstaff misses an arm tackle. Matt Gallegos comes up, and east-west running doesn't going to get you anywhere. King can't find any space and is brought down for a loss of, it looks like, about 3 to make it 3rd down and 10, loss of 5. I don't know if I trust that chain gang. Let's see. Down to the 32-yard line. Loss of 5, yep. 3rd down and 12. 15 carries for King. He's at 50 yards. No scores. Green River being shut out by Evanston in this crucial Week 3 of conference play. Just 2 games to go after this. Evanston basically in the playoffs, barring some very strange happenings with a win here. Handoff, and it's a quarterback keeper on the read option. Serrano got through, and 3 Devils, Riley Griggs, Erickson, and Jagger all make the tackle. Good game as King was going to get the handoff. He was stuffed in the backfield. Then Serrano pulled it out and kept it himself and tucked it upfield for about 5 yards. 4th down and 7. Green River in need of a play here and a conversion. Being shut out. They've already had 1 turnover on downs. 2 turnovers aside from that. Actually, excuse me, that was Evanston that had the turnover on downs. Green River with a sack fumble and an interception given up for their 2 turnovers. 6-10 as they head to the line. Shotgun set, needing 7 yards down to the 20-yard line. Ivy and King the backs. Mitchell comes in motion. Goes to the left side. Handoff to King up the middle. He's stuffed up short, and the Devils turn him over on downs. Tyus Cornea with another big tackle on 3rd and 15. He came up with a sack in the first half, and then following that, he came up with another tackle for a loss. And here on 4th down, he stuffs up the run for a turnover on downs, but the referees are discussing on the near sideline, and the Evanston defense looks like it's staying out for a second, and a flag is picked up. So Green River has Mitchell and Ivy come to talk to the umpire and offer their appeal, but the Devils have taken over on offense on a big tackle by Tyus Cornea. Jagger Mitchell got the start today at outside linebacker, but Tyus officially listed as the starter. Jagger probably plays about 90% of the snaps, but in a game of this magnitude, Coach Fackrell said when we can see him, when we need him, and when we can play him, we're going to need Tyus out there a little bit more. He said the same about Seth Lloyd, of course, prior to the injury. But Tyus seeing his most significant minutes at linebacker today and being a difference maker. Comes out in the tailback set, stuffed up line, pitch right side. Escalante can't get the lead block. Tyus busts through the man in the backfield. Gets forward for a couple of yards and gains maybe 2 or 3. They'll give him 4. They'll give him 5 on the play. No, move it at 4 out to about the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 6. 5.5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Red Devils with a 12-0 lead and a run-heavy offense already. What's the perfect formula if they can hold on to the ball to just run that clock down and keep possessions low for Green River. 92 yards on 22 carries by Cornea. I formation on second down. Handoff to the fullback. Escalante gets to the second level, out to the 40-yard line. First down and a couple more for Escalante. He's had a good day rushing as Green River's been watching Tyus, and Escalante has just bust through that line on some quick hitters a few times today. Gain of 9 on the play for Escalante. He has 44 yards on just 6 carries. Ball marked at the 41, 5:05. Baxter under center in the I formation. Smith on the left. Looks like Perriman on the right. Handoff to Cornea, left side, trying to beat the man to the outside. He does, out to the 45-yard line and stretches forward for a couple more. That was Kyle Ivey that he was trying to break out, and Ivey comes up limping after diving at about the 42-yard line trying to get Cornea. Ball marked at the 47-yard line, a gain of 6 on the play. Cornea has not been held under 100 yards all season. He's hardly been held under 200 yards. He's only had one big breakout run of 39 yards. Other than that, 13 is his only run over 10. And Angel Rodriguez takes the handoff here and gets close to the first down yardage. But a flag coming into the backfield usually signifies a hold. Ball would be marked at the 50 or maybe the 49, but that's where the flag sits. We'll wait from the man with the white hat for the call. 4:42 left in the third quarter as the referees converge at midfield. I think they're discussing the spot of the foul, so that would double down on the likelihood of a hold call here. And illegal helmet contact on the defense. A penalty that would not have existed 10 years ago. Gives Evanston a first down. A gain of 4 for Rodriguez. And I think 15 tacked on for that penalty, a personal foul. Puts the ball at the 35-yard line, well across the 50 for Evanston. 4:30 left, center. Thompson hands off to Baxter, who gives it promptly to Pablo Escalante, and he runs straight forward, north-south runner all the way, and drags a couple of defenders with him. In on the tackle on that play was Colton Deverick. First tackle, first time I've called his name today, 230-pound, 6'2" senior. Gain of 6 for Escalante. Ball at the 28-yard line. Baxter under center, and play whistle dead by the umpire. And I think we've got a timeout. Not sure by who, but a timeout nonetheless. 4:02 left in the third quarter, 12-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston on top on homecoming night.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
$12-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Under center, David Baxter. Tyus Cornea, the deep back, takes the handoff straight ahead. Gets a little seam, pops outside. First down and a little bit more, down past close to the 20-yard line. Maybe a little bit shy of that. Ball was at the 28 line of scrimmage. And ball marked at the 24. Gain of 4 for Cornea. Pushes him over 100 yards for at least a 6th consecutive game. Not sure on his total in the last game against Jackson, but I believe it would be at least 7, as he was held under 100 against Worland the week prior, going back to 2017. Handoff to Escalante. One man to beat. Busts through it and tripped up at the goal line. Wait for the call. No touchdown, and Evanston nonetheless close to the goal line. From the 23 right to the goal, Escalante just steps forward and stopped 4 yards shy for a gain of 19. Make it 20 as they say 3 yards out. 69 yards for Pablo. Set up on the right hash mark. Two-back set. Echeverria, the fullback. Patch out right side. Escalante, or Cornea rather, dumping his way forward and stopped shy. Trying to find some space to that outside. Gain of 1 yard on the carry. Echeverria out at fullback. Escalante back in. Cornea the half. 2 receivers, I form. Far hash mark set up, 2 yards from pay dirt. Handoff to Escalante. He lowers his head, goes straight forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Evanston. Escalante with his 3rd score of the year, and the Devils take an 18-0 lead. Pablo Escalante scores to give Evanston a 3-touchdown lead with 2:49 left in the 3rd quarter. They scored once in the first, once in the second, both by way of Cornea. And in the 3rd, it's Escalante finishing what was a great drive for him. He had runs of 9 yards, 6 yards, 20 yards, and 2 yards for the final cap-off. Extra point by Escalante up into the air, and good. 19-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Pablo Escalante gives the Devils a 19-0 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and we'll be right back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
19-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board on homecoming night here at K. Fackrell Stadium. Evanston has scored once per quarter. They finally got a point after to go in, so they lead at 19-0. And Green River, in danger of falling to 0-3 on the conference season, will receive the kick. 103 yards on the ground from Tyus Cornea. Add on to that 71 yards for Pablo Escalante, 7 for Angel Rodriguez. And the Devils right at about 200 yards on the day on the ground. Now, their overall offensive output has been below their season average because he had just 26 through the air with backup quarterback David Baxter. But in a game that they absolutely needed to maintain playoff positioning, they have delivered up to this point. Fielded at the 3-yard line. It's out to the 30, 35-yard line, and not sure if that's his first carry of the first return of the year or just number 4 perhaps, but Matthew Bernal with a return of about 31 yards to give Green River good field position as they head back out with 2:43 left in the 3rd quarter. Dallin Serrano in search of some answers as he comes out still looking for a completion on the day. Has 1 interception, that thrown to Chris Perriman late in the 2nd quarter. Seth White to the left, or to the right of him. Slot man is Ivy on the far side, and Johnson, the X. Shotgun, snap a little bit low. Serrano looks out to Johnson, fires it up the middle of the field, completed. Gain of 13 yards as he's thrown back by Cody Smith, the cover man at the 49-yard line. 13-yard pickup and a first down on Serrano's first completion. I have him 1 of 7 unofficially. For Anthony Johnson, that's his 11th reception of the year. He has been the favorite target in terms of yardage and touchdowns for Serrano. He has 2 scores on the year. That's all of Green River's totality of touchdowns through the air. Seth White, the possession man, with 12 receptions for 150. 2 receiver, 2 back set. Tight end on the right side. That's Mitchell. It's a blocking position. Serrano designed run at the 50-yard line, 45, 40-yard line. Brought down by Rigdon Wagstaff and Riley Griggs for a gain of 11 yards. Back-to-back first downs gained by Serrano, his first 10-plus yard gain of the year, or of the day, rather. Said he was averaging about 12 carries on the season per game, and this is just his third quarterback keeper. So being held in check. He's been sacked twice, been stopped in the backfield for a couple of negative gains. 3-receiver bunch up, and one's a tight end, one is a halfback. Ivy goes into motion to the far side, handoff to King. Counters up from left to right side, gets a couple of yards, maybe 3 down to about the 36-yard line before he's brought down by Griggs. And Gabe Morris may have been in on that tackle, actually, 41 instead of 48. And actually it was Mitchell with the carry. They ran a 3-back set on that misdirection. They gave that carry to Mitchell. Not sure if that's right, but I did see him pop up in the area. 3-yard carry. Two-back set. Handoff faked to Ivy. Keeper by Serrano. Gets a couple more. Inside to the 34-yard line. Mark it at the 35. Need to get 5 more and just a hair for a first down. Serrano into the huddle. 44 seconds and ticking. 3rd down and 5. White to the right and Johnson to the left. 2-back shotgun set for Serrano at the 35-yard line. 3rd down conversion time. Early movement at the line. Nothing called. Low snap. Handoff to King. He punches his way up the middle for a big gain. First down and more past the 30-yard line down to the 26. Gain of 8. Needed 5 for King on his 16th carry. 58 yards for him. Still no scores by anyone on Green River, being shut out. Green River would drop to number 5. Jackson has already lost and dropped to 5-1 and 2-1 in the conference season. That's Evanston's opponent next week on the road. Jackson leading in rushing and passing yards in 3A. 2-back shotgun set, handoff right side. Ivy on a sweep play. Gets a good break and a block from his front line. Knocked out of bounds at about the 19-yard line for a gain of 7. Wait on the spot to see where they push him out. And it will be just beyond the 20, down to the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup by Ivy on the right pitch sweep. 25 yards for Ivy, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. 19-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Green River being shut out but threatening to score when we come back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
When you hear Lazy Boy, Serta, and Ashley, what do you think of? Probably recliners, counting sheep, and furniture. Well, now you need to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. What about GE and Simmons Beauty Rest? Don't forget to add Kazine's Furniture to that thought. Whenever you think of top-of-the-line brand-name furniture, think Kazine's Furniture. From the front room to the bedroom, the kitchen to the office, Kazine's has the furniture you're looking for. Kazine's Furniture on Front Street in Evanston. Ask about 6 months, no interest, OAC. New owners, new inventory, Kazine's Furniture.
3rd quarter set to start. 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line. 2nd and 3, rather, on the 19-yard line. Handoff left side to King, and he stopped at about the line of scrimmage on the first play in the 4th quarter. Green River trailing with the ball right now, 19-0. Riley Griggs and Bridger Barker on the tackle there. Give him no gain on the play. 3rd down and 3. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Rocky Mountain Yeti, and they've got a great deal that we'll tell you about once again in just a little bit following this 3rd down and 3 play. Serrano in the shotgun, single back set rather, and it's King. Roll out to the right side, pressure and immediately from Griggs. He wraps him up, Serrano gets around, but then coming in from the side, Escalante finishes him off. Sack number 4 of the day for the Red Devils, and a loss of 3 yards, maybe 4. Brings up 4th down and 7. Loss of 3 on the play. Fourth down and 8. At the 24, maybe 23-yard line. Green River out of options. They have to go for it here. Set up on the left hash mark. Going from right to left. Serrano, 2-back shotgun set. 2 receivers. Mitchell to the right side. Serrano pitches to King in the backfield. Rigdon Wagstaff can't make the tackle and brought down shy for a turnover on downs at about the 20-yard line. And maybe even the 15-yard line there. Brought down shy, and Mason Erickson in on that tackle, and Jagger Mitchell as well. Evanston will take over on the 23-yard line. That's where the tackle was made, I guess, according to the chain gang. And, yep, 24-yard line, 23-yard line where they start over. 1st and 10 for the Devils. 2-back set. Pitch left side to Cornea. Cuts through, gets through the backfield, out for a 5-yard gain, 10-yard gain, pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, of a gain of about 11, depending on where he went out. Good 1st down play. Cornea eluded a tackle in the backfield about 3 yards, cut to his right, and then found sideline. They moved the chains, albeit a little late. 10-yard gain for Cornea and a 1st down. Handoff to Escalante. He barrels through in his patented manner. Gets about 4 yards and a cloud of mud. Ball marked at the 39-yard line. 5-yard gain for Escalante. .76 yards for Escalante on 10 carries. 2-back set. 2 minutes gone by in the 4th quarter. Baxter up the middle to Cornea. Lowers his shoulder pads and moves forward for about a yard, maybe 2. Flag in the backfield. Possibly a hold. As we mentioned, Rocky Mountain Yeti offering a deal through the end of October when you buy a new vehicle from Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. You pay only the factory invoice price plus you'll get all the rebates, a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, and you will get $1,000 toward any gun that you want from the gun room. Buy a Dodge, get a gun. Buy a Jeep, get a gun. Buy a Chrysler. Get a gun, no gimmicks, no games, just factory invoice pricing, amazing warranties, rebates, a new vehicle, and a new gun. This promotion, though, ends October 31st. Visit today, Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. The hold call went against Brendan Thompson, senior center for the Red Devils. Backs him up to 2nd and 14 at the 31-yard line. Pitch right side, flag comes in on the Green River side. Escalante, or Cornea rather, goes out to the 44, close to a 1st down. Came in on the Green River side, but will wait on the penalty here. Would be close to a 1st down. 9.5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Evanston backing up. Low block, chop block, I think, on the Devils. So 5 more yards back. 2nd down and 19. Back to about the 26-yard line. Maybe they're giving them 10 yards. They're back to the 20-yard line. They need to get to the 44 for a 1st down So it's 2nd down and 24 to go. Single back set, Baxter under center. Man in motion is Smith. Roll out, handoff goes to Cornea. He got some space on the outside. Bounces out to the 30-yard line and brought down hard and at the shoulder pad level. And then on the tackle there, number 13 for Green River, Michael Anderson, the cornerback. Ball marked at the 31-yard line, a gain of about 11 on the play. 27 carries for Cornea, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Third touchdown coming from Escalante in the third quarter. Evanston looking to run some clock, and down to 8:38 as they take shape here on 3rd down and still a mile to go. Need to get to the 44-yard line, so 3rd and 13. Throw from Baxter up the middle to Smith. He's hit as he throws. As the pass went in, that was Kanan Eslick. Incomplete on the breakup. Evanston forced to punt. 4th down and 13. Back-to-back penalties, a hold and a chop block. Backed him up to 2nd down and 24. Either one of those runs on those penalties would have given him close to 1st down yardage. Escalante, the punter. Cornea usually the punter and Escalante the place kicker. And it's blocked. Blocked by Mitchell. Picked up by Eric Gwaltney at the 5-yard line and tackled near the goal line by Jesus Quintero. Green River, not a touchdown, but will take over at the 1-yard line. A slow punt out is blocked. Gwaltney picks it up. Mitchell, the middle linebacker, the lone returning All-State returner for Green River from a year ago, gets hands on it. He's playing with a partially torn ACL. First and goal at the 1-yard line. 8:18 left, Serrano in the shotgun. 2-back set, handoff to Ivy, sweep right. Gets through a tackle of Griggs, cuts back in, touchdown Green River. The shutout has been ended, and there's a lot of time left. 2-score game, 19-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. So the first big play for Green River of the day comes on a blocked punt by Anthony Mitchell. Sets up a 1st and goal, and Kyle Ivy with the touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. Eric Gwaltney set to kick it. 26 yards on 5 carries for Ivy. It's up and good, 19-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. A 12-point contest, 8 minutes left. Kickoff when we come back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
19-7 in the fourth quarter, not quite to the midway point of this final quarter, and Green River is on the board. Eric Gwaltney set for an onside kick to the far sideline, fielded and down on the ground at the 50-yard line. Pablo Escalante dropped on that one. First and 10 at midfield for Evanston. A few first downs would go a long way for the Red Devils, score or not. Just run some clock as Green River's down by 2 possessions. If there is a turning point in the game, it'd be right now, and it'd be on the shoulders of that All-State linebacker Anthony Mitchell with the block punt. Set up far hash mark. Devils going from left to right. I formation, 2 receiver. Griggs the tight end on the right side. Handoff goes to the Griggs side. Gets a block from Escalante, trying to find sideline, and gets about 3 yards to the 47. Tyus Cornea on yet another carry. What's he up to on the day? 28. Mark him for a gain of 3 yards. 131. 2 touchdowns as well. I formation, and give him 2 on there to the 48. Fullback handoff, but that was not Escalante. May have been Echeverria. Out to about the 45. Waiting for the pile to clear out. See the ball carrier there. That was Pablo Escalante in there. Looked like a skinnier guy at first. Echeverria a little bit smaller in there. Ball marked at the 46-yard line. 2-yard pickup for Pablo. Pitch right side and a wide receiver reverse to Smith. He's losing a lot of ground as he tries to beat Gwaltney. Gets to the sideline and back to the initial line of scrimmage. 4th down and 6. Anthony Johnson on the tackle. 4th down and 6, so about a minute taken off the clock is all. By the time they punt, it'll be about a minute 20. And Cornea back in as punter after the blocked kick. Bryson Davis, a late runner out to the huddle. Escalante, or Cornea rather, setting up at about the 40-yard line for the punt. Anthony Johnson, the return man. Not listed with an official return on the year, and a deep punt by Cornea shouldn't yield 1. He will try to return it up the sideline at the 6-yard line, breaks the tackle at the 10. Flag comes into the backfield and probably make it half the distance to the goal. Eslick, the guy lone blocker for Johnson in the backfield, and I think it's a hold on him, or block in the back. Waiting for the call from the officials. It's line of scrimmage currently at the 15-yard line. And it is a block in the back on Eslick. Make it the half the distance to the goal, about the 7-yard line, I think. Depending on the spot of the foul. May go back farther. Mark it at about the, is that the 7? Or is that the, yeah, about the 7-yard line. 6:17 left in the 4th quarter, 19-7. Green River set up in the shotgun. Serrano takes the snap, hands off left side to King. He's got some space, big real estate out to the 20-yard line, and the ball's on the ground. Both teams jumping down for it, and it appears Green River fell on it. And they did indeed. Falling down on the fumble was Taylor Jensen. Should still be enough for the first down, I think, unless the fumble went backwards farther than I realized, and it did not. First down and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. Mitchell, the tight end in the 2-point stance, just right of the right tackle. Jensen Spread out, handoff goes to King, right side. Breaks through one tackle, breaks a second. Escalante can't bring him down, still on his feet. Pushing to the first down yardage and more. He's still up, out to the 40-yard line, and brought down about 5 yards short of that to the 35. 18-yard gain. King broke about 4 tackles on that play. .535 and counting. That's the biggest enemy for Green River. Down 12 points. Seemingly the momentum on their side. Serrano under center. Hands off to fullback King in this situation to the 40-yard line. He picks up 5 yards. King with 19 carries in the game. Well over his season per game average of about 10.2 per game on carries, doubling that today. Shotguns formation for Serrano. One receiver either side, blitz up the middle. Handoff, going nowhere, and brought down in the backfield is Kyle Ivey. Ivey brought down for a loss of 1. 3rd down and 6 to go. Tyus Cornea out for 3rd down. 3-man defensive front, 4 linebacker set. Quick throw on the screenplay, completed at the line of scrimmage and close to 1st down yardage, streaking up the sideline. Reese Allison caught the ball about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, who stepped out of bounds well before the 1st down yardage marker, so gets to the 37-yard line. 4th down and 3 to go. Green River has to go for it here. 4 minutes left. Clock stopped. $16 yards for Serrano on 2 completions. 4th down and 3. Need to get to the 40. Or need to get to the 45. Up the middle. And King gets to the 50 and down to the 49 depending on the spot. 1st down, Green River. 9-yard carry for James King. Extends the drive for Green River on his 20th carry of the day. No huddle offense. Shotgun snap, handoff Ivey. Tries to sweep right, then cuts back inside. Brought down for a negative gain. Loss of 1 yard. 3:38. Green River with 2 timeouts left. Ball marked at the 49-yard line, just before the 50. 2nd down and 11. Serrano sweeps out right side, down to the sideline. Pass intended for Anthony Mitchell is incomplete. He has a little trouble getting up off the ground. Looked like he was hobbling on his knee a little bit, but he's up and walking and doing okay. 3:13 left, 3rd down and 11. Coach Fackrell giving some last-second instructions to his defense on 3rd down. Tyus Cornea, the left outside linebacker. Jagger Mitchell, the right. Handoff faked, read option 2. Serrano up the left side, jukes one man, jukes another, out to the sideline, 1st down and more. Out to the 20 or the 35-yard line and hits the bench hard. Sends it back a few feet. First down for Dallin Serrano out to about the 36-yard line. Juked Mitchell and then juked Smith. Got outside. Looked for a second like he might go all the way. Ball marked at the 38-yard line. First down and 10. Chain has yet to move. Still waiting on the call. It's certainly a first down. Not sure what they're waiting on. Give Serrano about 10 or 11, 12, 13, 12 yards on the carry. Run up the middles. Quarterback keeper for Serrano. Picks up a few. Clock down to 2:50. 3-yard pickup. 2:44. Still not using their timeouts and still running the ball heavily. 3 receiver set. Mitchell, the tight end, to the slot. Blitz up the middle from Escalante. Serrano steps up, throws deep, has Johnson. No, it's Seth White, completed at the 4-yard line, and a penalty on Chris Perriman. I think either pass interference or a face mask because he came down. Either way, it was certainly a defensive penalty. Will stop the clock, and Green River is back in the red zone and just a few yards away from making it a 1-score game. Precision pass up the middle, and a face mask is the call on Perriman. Half the distance to the goal. So from the 4-yard line down to the 2-yard line. 31-yard completion for Serrano. First catch of the day for Seth White. Puts him 2 yards away when it's all said and done. Hand off to King. He gets caught up by Riley Griggs and pulled back as he was trying to find his way forward and just put that ball over the plane. Second down and goal. Loss of a yard. .96 yards on 21 carries for King. No back set. King is a slot man. Serrano, the quarterback keeper. He's got 7 touchdowns on the year, trying to make it number 8. It's close to a touchdown, but I think it's a little bit short. The Evanston pile kept him down, but they'll wait and see. Trying to pull everyone off right now. Clock continuing to run, and it is short. Third down and goal. 1:24 left. Evanston was wise to just sit on the pile there and make the referees pull him back, and it forces a Green River timeout. 1:19 left, down by 12 points. Green River, third and goal when we return.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
Third down and 1, a timeout forced by the Evanston defense, jumping on that pile as Dallin Serrano tried to get the quarterback keeper in. Ball marked at the 1-yard line. Third down and goal. Stuffed box for the Devils. Serrano will try it again. Spins around. May have got in right there. I think the spin and the stretch got him in. Green River signaling touchdown. And touchdown is the call. Clock stopped at 1:09, and Green River has just made it a 1-possession game, 19-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. They got a little bit of hometown clock running there as it kept ticking until the touchdown was ruled, and they got about 3 or 4, maybe 6 seconds off as much. Extra point upcoming from Eric Gwaltney. Touchdown number 8 of the season for the quarterback, Dallin Serrano, on that play right there. Just load up the sides and give it to Serrano to send it down. Play whistle dead on the extra point attempt. I think it was a neutral zone infraction by Evanston. See, though, may have gone offense's way. 32 yards unofficially for Serrano. 1:09 on the clock left at the touchdown ruling. And it is a neutral zone infraction on the defense. Put him half the distance to the goal, so just 1 yard out. Don't imagine it would mean any difference. Difference between being down 5 and 4 is absolutely nothing. So might as well just go for the extra point here. Gwaltney set up a yard closer. Up and looks good. Whistled good by the officials. 1 yard TD for Dallin Serrano, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And it's a 5-point game at K-Fackrell Stadium. Evanston having to withhold one more onside kick when we come back. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Eric Gwaltney sets up for the onside. Overloaded far side for the Devils in the return. Ball needs to get to the 50-yard line, and now Gwaltney sets up to the near side. And now he sets up to the far side. He kicks it. It goes 10 and dropped on again by Pablo Escalante. Just one timeout left. That about does it. All Evanston has to do here is hold on to the ball. You can stop the clock once, 40-second play clocks. Oh, boy, you can get it down to about 1:04 here. They call a timeout. Second down, 40 seconds. Should be close to being able to run out the clock. I'm sure they'll go for the runs on that, and I'm not sure if high school is 40 seconds or 35 on the play clock. Might be 35. We'll see. 19-14. And, whoa, are they going for a punt here? Or are they going for a deep down? Evanston on first down. No, there's the victory formation. Okay, and a muffed punt. A muffed snap, rather, and fallen on by David Baxter. Evanston in victory formation. I think they can run it out then. That was my thought. I saw Tyus way, way deep. I thought that's an interesting strategy, but timeout taken by Green River. We're all caught up on breaks. So we will take a look around the state during this timeout, see if we've got any updates on the scores. Star Valley has already knocked off Jackson, giving them their first loss of the year. So undefeated teams left in 3A. There is only one. The Torrington Trailblazers are your final team undefeated, and they moved to 6-0 on the season with a 51-0 victory over Riverton. Against Star Valley, 32-14 over Jackson. Star Valley undefeated in conference play and 5-1 overall, same as Jackson. Cody up 22-10 over Powell in the fourth quarter. And Douglas up over Warland 21-0 in the third, and Lander beats Rollins 28-0. Victory formation number 2 for the Devils. And a down by David Baxter. Makes it third down and about 14. 57 seconds left in ticking. One more down should do it for Evanston, and they will move on to 2-1 in the conference season. $130 yards from Tyus Cornea tonight, 2 touchdowns. 78 yards from Pablo Escalante and a score. 26 seconds left as they enter the huddle. The snap comes in at 23. It's down, and that's the game. Evanston moves to 5-1 on the season more importantly, 2-1 on the conference season. They play Jackson next week on the road, and then to finish off the year, it's 5-1 Star Valley for senior night. This has been a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
There is no job too small or too big. You'll find what you need at the Lumberyard in Evanston. We carry over 25,000 products under one roof. If we don't have it, we can order everything you need to finish every project, large or small. The Lumberyard also delivers. Make sure you always check the Lumberyard first. Excellent prices, great customer service, and quality products. Now you can even shop online at thelumberyard.com. The Lumberyard, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
We're here to help strengthen our community. Yes, that's right. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we take pride in belonging to our community. We encourage people of every race, gender, and belief to come together and give their all towards the betterment of our community. It's about people helping people. When you join our credit union, you also join a movement. At Trona Valley, we are thankful for our members, member NCUA, trust NCUA, a credit union system that is safe, sound, and secure.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent from Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
Welcome back. Post-game at K-Fackrell Stadium. The Evanston Red Devils win on homecoming night. First time in a few years we've had a homecoming night win. Team doing jumping jacks along with the home crowd out at midfield. Let's run you through now your Red Devil recap. On homecoming night, October 5th, Evanston wins 19-14. The final on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard over Green River and improves to 5-1 on the season, 2-1 in the conference year. It all started off with a sack fumble by Riley Griggs, and it was picked up by Bryson Davis. Couple plays later, it was recovered on the 12-yard line. It led off to a 1-yard touchdown run by Tyus Cornea with 3:04 left in the first quarter. Extra point no good. 6-0 Evanston. In the second quarter, with 11:14 left, Tyus had his lone big breakout run of the day. Just had a couple over 10 yards on the day. Had a couple more in the second half, 4 in all. But this was by far his long of the day. 39 yards to pay dirt to make it 12-0, as once again the 2-point conversion on this was not converted. David Baxter threw an interception late with 51 seconds left in the second quarter, and that looked like Green River may have a little bit of life. But one play later, Dallin Serrano threw a pick to Chris Perriman. So Johnson gets one pick, Chris Perriman with the second, and we end the first half 12-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Midway through the third quarter, a 2-yard touchdown run by Pablo Escalante that he started off with a big 29-yard carry to get it down to that area. Made it 19-0 as, again, we had one made extra point on the day, and that was made by Escalante following that score. With 8:18 left, an Anthony Mitchell block punt picked up by Gwaltney at the 1-yard line led to a touchdown by Kyle Ivey to make the score 19-7 after the extra point. And then 1:09 left, a 1-yard touchdown run by Dallin Serrano, his 8th of the season, was 19-14. Onside, a kick attempt by Eric Gwaltney was recovered by Pablo Escalante, and 3 downs of the ball by David Baxter, and the Devils move to 5-1 on the season. And that is your Red Devil recap. We will take a break now, come back in just a bit, hand out the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. It happened way back in the first quarter, and we held out calling it that, but nothing else up this one as it really started everything. We'll be back in 30 seconds with that and Coach Fackrell next on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Football on KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talked to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
The Steel Fabrication Shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
As I said, it was back in the first quarter, and your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game comes on the sack fumble by Riley Griggs that sets up the first touchdown for the Red Devils, picked up by Bryson Davis. But Riley Griggs, the winner of that, and the winner of 2 tickets to Aspen Cinemas, courtesy of Dr. McKay Frankham. Go pick them up on Monday. And a homecoming win for Pat Fackrell and his Red Devils, joined by Pat right now. And you mentioned don't want to let a team get back into it after beating them up that whole game. But nonetheless, a homecoming win on a crucial night. And playoff positioning was certainly at stake tonight. And you came up victorious. Thoughts on the game?
Well, I hope I appreciate Dr. Frankham giving Riley those tickets, but Riley better share because we sent him on a blitz. And, we did some really, really nice things tonight. I was proud of the fact that we the pick late right before halftime was okay. We took a shot. Thought we played well defensively. But we just kind of let them back in the game. They're late, kind of made it interesting. But, all in all, super excited for our kids, super excited for the school, our district, our community, because this was a long time coming, and our kids have certainly worked very hard to kind of get to this point.
In all, Tyus carried it 28 times on the day. Add in 11 for Pablo, 2 for Angel. And the game plan was pretty clear from the get-go and pretty predictable that you were going to just try to run it and not try to overload David. When he was asked to, his first pass attempt was a 15-yard completion across the field to Cody Smith. Threw a pick, as you mentioned. Your defense helped him back by getting it right back and completed one pass in the second half as well. Overall, it looked like you were just going to say, let's go against this 11th-ranked run defense and see if they can get us a stop.
Well, and, Green River did a really nice job. They kind of overhung on the edges. They knew that we were going to just feed it to Tyus, and Tyus likes, we're liking that toss They did a nice job of stacking it outside, and that's why Pablo kind of got the carries he got. But David, I know that he missed a throw early to Cody up the pipe, and as soon as he threw it, you could see him look at us, and he knew that he wanted it back because he just kind of put a little too much air under it, and that should have been a completion. But all in all, I really think he ran our offense well because, again, we give our quarterbacks a lot of freedom to make a check here and there, and he was able to do that and kind of get us in the right place. And so, like I said, we're just excited to get out of here with the win. Green River's, I really don't think 1-4 predicts or says what their team is because they're very physical, and that 52, he's a heck of a player.
Yeah.
And so they got some great kids, but ultimately we were able to walk away with it, and that's what matters. And so on to the next one.
Yeah, you mentioned Peyton Tucker. I don't think anyone's been as effective at holding on to Tyus this year.
Yeah.
He was really good up the middle.
He's a strong kid.
Yeah, and they had some good plays, and they got back into this one late. I think we're getting ready for some fireworks out here. Next week, you are in Jackson, and Jackson loses to Star Valley 32-14, the final on that one. And what that does is you got Star Valley at the top, along with and then a three-way tie between you, Cody, Jackson. So it's a mess. This is the game that you really needed because you needed the tiebreakers against Powell. You got that. You needed a tiebreaker against Green River. So now you start looking towards a very tough Jackson team, and they're going to be a run-and-gun team. They're going to give it to Jaden a lot. They got a great quarterback in Pearson Evans, too.
They keep you off balance, and the Cox kid, he's pretty elusive, and so we're going to have to do a great job of tackling him because I think that's where he gets his yards. I think people kind of get him at the point of attack, but he's so slippery he breaks loose. And so we're going to have to really work a lot of defense and our tackling. That's kind of what let Green River back into the game tonight was some sloppy tackling, and we'll be able to clean that up.
Over in Cody, a tight game. Powell continues to. They can't quite get it done in the end, but another tough game and a tight one a lot of the way through. I think it was 6-3 for a lot of that game. And then Cody got a little bit of an advantage. But
the West is a good league right now.
Tight West, yeah. Torrington runs away 51-0 over Riverton. We'll be back with you next week at Jackson and then finish it out at Star Valley. Coach Fackrell, thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That will close us out in this post-game coverage as we will say so long from K. Fackrell Stadium on homecoming night. 19-14, the Devils save face, move to 2-1 on the conference season and move into a three-way tie for second. It's not over yet in a big game next week in Jackson. Kickoff for that one, I believe, at 6 o'clock. We'll go on air at 5:20, 40 minutes prior to kickoff, live from Jackson, and then be back here at K. Fackrell Stadium next week to close it out, or 2 weeks from now to close it out against Star Valley in rivalry week in Evanston. I'm Jake Hibbard. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with volleyball at noon. Evanston versus Riverton, trying to come back from a loss to Cody in 5 sets. This has been a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Red Devil Football. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. Check out mylocalradio.com for more live and archived games from Evanston and the surrounding area. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.